Welcome to Gridiron Ring, live right here on Periscope for live reactions, play-by-play of WWE Monday Night RAW, the Raw after Mania, Raw after WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania weekend concludes tomorrow night now with SmackDown Live. NXT TakeOver this past Friday, had the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday night, WrestleMania 35 last night, Raw tonight, SmackDown Live tomorrow, and then the Superstar Shakeup now next Monday and Tuesday. And I will be live on Periscope tomorrow night for SmackDown, and then next Monday and Tuesday as well for the Superstar Shakeup. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Cool Hand Luke 96 for myself right here on Periscope and over on Twitter. Be sure to hit the little like button. Share this as well, and if you have chat questions or comments, be sure to drop those in the comment section, the chat section below. So, baseball going on right now. The Yankees are playing the Houston Astros down in Houston, and Monday Night Raw will be kicking off here in a couple minutes, less than 10 minutes away now. So, actually watching, did I turn over? Actually turned on USA. I was watching the baseball game there. I thought it was a commercial for the baseball game, but so Yankees are at bat right now. Brett Gardner, and what's the count? 3-2 count. Tie ball game, 0-0, top of the third. Brett Gardner, 3-2 count on him. Man on first, one out. Verlander pitching for the Houston Astros this evening, and Gardner fouls that one off, so 3-2 still the count. And WWE Monday Night Raw will be starting here about 7 minutes away from the 8 o'clock hour here on the East Coast. So share this on social media. Share this on social media. Just hit the little share button. Hit the little like button as well. Super like, super heart button. Follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter. Cool Hand Luke 96. Last night at WrestleMania, had 16 matches. 4 on the Gardner actually gets one past the second baseman for a single. So first and third now for the Yankees with 1 out in the top of the third inning. Tie ball game, 0-0. See the replay here. Verlander with a pitch a little high, just at the top of the strike zone outside. Gardner got a piece of it and right past the second baseman for a single. So on the corners, first and third for the pinstripes of the New York Yankees. Aaron Judge now up the bat. Ball inside. 1-0 now the count. But 16 matches last night. WrestleMania 35. 4 were on the kickoff show. The Cruiserweight Championship match kicked things off. Tony Nese defeated Buddy Murphy to become the new Cruiserweight Champion. And then Carmella won the Women's Battle Royal. However, Ember Moon did return, so I was happy about that. I wanted Asuka to win, but it is what it is. Then the Edgeheads, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, they won the Raw Tag Team Championships over the Revival. I think tonight we're going to get a Raw Tag Team Championship rematch with the Revival and the Edgeheads, just because last night at WrestleMania, with Hawkins and Ryder being from Long Island, New York, growing up diehard wrestling fans, they give them their WrestleMania moment. Also end Kurt Hawkins' losing streak at 269 in a row. So I think they'll have a rematch tonight, and I think the Revival will get the Raw Tag Team belt back. Superstar Shakeup, though, next week. Probably going to have some debuts tonight as well, so we'll have to find out and see. About 5 minutes away now, so I'm still watching baseball here. In the meantime, Yankees Astros, if you're just tuning in, share this and follow me right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96. Braun Strowman also won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And then to kick off WrestleMania, Seth frickin' Rollins burned Suplex City to the ground, defeated the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar to win the Universal Championship for the first time ever in his career. Also, WrestleMania turned into Kofi Mania after Kofi Kingston defeated Daniel Bryan to become the new WWE Champion. And then Becky Lynch defeated both Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair in the main event of WrestleMania in a somewhat controversial finish, but Becky Lynch is now your Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Baron Corbin also defeated Kurt Angle in his farewell match. Samoa Joe over Rey Mysterio to retain the United States Championship. AJ Styles reportedly is now injured after his match last night at WrestleMania after defeating the Viper Randy Orton. I guess he already flew home to Georgia, so he will not be on either Raw or SmackDown this week. So get well soon, AJ. Hopefully you're all right. Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley, they are actually the co-main event, surprisingly. The Demon Finn Balor picked up the Intercontinental Championship, once again defeated the almighty Bobby Lashley. Roman Reigns over Drew McIntyre. Shane McMahon and The Miz in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Shane O'Mac won that. He is still the best in the world. The Usos retain the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. And then the Iconics. WrestleMania was also iconic, along with being phenomenal with AJ defeating Orton. The Iconics won the Women's Tag Team Championships over Bayley and Sasha Banks, Beth Phoenix and Natalya, and Nia Jax and Tamina. And then Batista had his final WWE match in his career in a losing effort versus the Game, Triple H. So the Animal and the Game went toe-to-toe last night at WrestleMania. Triple H came out on top in the no-holds-barred match. His career will continue because if Triple H would have lost, he would have had to retire from entering competition. However, Triple H won. Batista lost. He decided to then retire from the world of sports entertainment. So congratulations to Batista on his retirement, and what a career he had. Made his return, made his comeback last night in his final match versus the Game, Triple H. So bases loaded now for the New York Yankees. Still 1 out, 0-1 count for Voit. Still 0-0, top of the third. Verlander's getting up there in the pitch count already. It's only the top of the third inning with 1 out. He has 52 pitches, which for him, as Voit calls time, which for Verlander, that's relatively somewhat high. But you know, he's still a damn good pitcher. So hopefully he can. I think all Astro fans want him to get out of this jam right now. Yankee fans, though, would probably like a grand slam or at least a couple runs drove in, and Voigt's going to bring at least 1 in. Single, and Voit brings in 1, so 1-0 now. Top of the third, bases still loaded. Another fastball for Verlander up in the strike zone, and the Yankees are clobber nose all day long. The past couple hits, that's what they've been. And this one was costly, drove in a run, so the Yankees lead 1-0, and that's going to do it for that right now. I'm going to turn on the USA Network once again and wait for WWE Monday Night RAW to begin because this is the Raw after Mania, one of the most must-see Monday Night Raws of the entire year. So we'll have to see what happens. This isn't Law and Order, this is Chicago PD. It's either this, Law and Order, or Modern Family. That's always on before Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live on the USA Network. Now SmackDown, they'll be moving the Blue brand, Big Blue. They will be moving to Fox this upcoming fall, first week in October. And they will be going live on Fox back on Friday nights. So somewhat exciting news, big news there. I mean, it's been out for quite a while now that we've known about that. But, yeah, Chicago PD getting over here. I'm thinking it's either going to be Becky Lynch coming out with both Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Championships to kick off Raw, or I think Seth frickin' Rollins to come out and burn Monday Night Raw down now to kick off the road to WrestleMania for next year. So now the then now forever opening video package for the WWE. Chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated, guys. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Let's see what's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Welcome everybody to the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. We are live tonight in Brooklyn.
Live in Brooklyn still at the Barclays Center. Seth frickin' Rollins, the Beast Slayers, kicking off Monday Night Raw. Burn it down. He is the new WWE Universal Champion after defeating Brock Lesnar in the opening contest to WrestleMania last night. Wearing a elbow brace on his right elbow. That Universal Championship looks good around his waist, let me tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new WWE Universal Champion, Seth frickin' Rollins. Standing ovation. Michael Cole can barely talk. He started losing his voice, as did I, late last night during WrestleMania. As WrestleMania didn't get over till 12:30 in the morning last night. Early this morning now, Monday morning. Monday night here, April the 8th, 2019. Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania. So welcome to this live stream, my live reactions play of the WWE Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 35. Replay now of last night at WrestleMania. And this was right after 7 o'clock, so just over 24 hours ago. Seth Rollins defeated the Beast. Match didn't even get started for quite a while, but Brock still took out Seth with some suplexes, an F5 ringside, threw him into and over the announce tables, and then got some suplexes on Rollins in the ring before Rollins hit a low blow, and then a couple curb stomps before pinning the Beast and defeating him to win the Universal Championship. Believe me, I wanted Seth to win. I didn't pick him to win, but I wanted him to win. And he did, so I'm obviously happy about that. He's clearly a guy who could carry the company into the future, be a workhorse champion. He's still getting standing ovation as his music continues to play after that replay from last night at WrestleMania. He's standing in the middle of the ring with the WWE Universal Championship belt around his waist with a microphone in his hand, so he's got something to say. I'll shut up and see what he has to say here to kick off Monday Night Raw this evening. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Share this on social media and follow me right here on Periscope, CoolHandLuke96. You deserve it chants now from the crowd. This crowd's going to be hostile tonight, believe me. He does deserve it. He was WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion a couple years ago after he cashed in the Money in the Bank. No. We deserve it. We burned Suplex City to the ground, and we won the Universal Championship last night. He's waited a long time to stand in the ring and hold that title above his head. It's been a long time coming.
Well, and all it took was climbing Mount Everest and beating the most dominant champion in the history of WWE.
He said he just had to climb Mount Everest and defeat the Beast. Thank you, Rollins. Thank you, Rollins, because Brock's probably not going to be around for quite a while now, along with Ronda Rousey. I remember a couple years ago after WrestleMania, after Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker, he came out, kicked off Raw. They booed him for like 10 minutes straight, and he didn't say a damn word. And then he said something, and that's all he needed to say. I forget exactly what he said, but he just needed to say one thing, and then he walked out, and he got even more heel heat after that. His character has somewhat changed since then because of his leukemia once again.
I got ragdolled around this ring before the match even started, but I got back up.
Rollins got back up after the Beast did his thing before the match even got underway. And then after all the suplexes, as I said, Rollins then a couple stomps, blackouts, curb stomps, whatever the hell you want to call it, and then defeated the Beast. Questionable tactics, low blow, some burn it down chants now from the crowd.
The truth be told, I didn't do anything to Brock.
#1 trend worldwide is hashtag Raw After Mania, so hopefully that's how you found this live reaction stream. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, the like button, and also be sure to share this on social media. Full-time champ chants. Full-time champ, full-time champ, full-time champ. They're chanting that, obviously, because Lesnar, Universal Champion, he was basically never around. But he's still a big money draw, so that's why he was champion for the longest time.
After the match, I heard Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman were taking a flight to Vegas for some meetings. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but they can stay in Las Vegas.
Rollins says both Lesnar and Heyman can stay in Las Vegas after they left WrestleMania after his match last night. Heavyweight champion Seth frickin' Rollins. Oh, I am. Okay. Good enough. I am the reigning, defending, fighting, undisputed, Universal Heavyweight Champion. And I'm going to be a champion. That everyone in this arena and around the world, that they can be proud of. Aww. Here come the New Day. They're on Monday Night Raw tonight. It's Raw After Mania. Anything can happen. Sour clap for the world famous 5-time champs and feel WWE champion. The power. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Yeah, what is the New Day doing on Raw? That's the big question. Because Kofi, are they going to tease champion versus champion? Kofi chants. Kofi is the WWE champion. WWE champion is on SmackDown Live. Universal champion on Monday Night Raw. Are they going to do the same thing that they're going to do with the women's? Are they going to tease a champion versus champion and have another undisputed champ with maybe either Rollins or Kofi? Rollins is loving this, so he's laughing his ass off. New Day now in the ring alongside the Architect, the new Beast Slayer, Seth frickin' Rollins. New Day Ross. New Day Cyrus. New Day Ross. I wouldn't be surprised they do tease Kofi versus Seth. I think people would like that. Maybe the New Day is going to turn. More Kofi chants.
Now, Seth, I can see the look on your face right now. You seem real confused. It's Monday, yes. It's not Tuesday. You're right. But rest assured, your eyes do not deceive you, for 'tis your boys, the
New Day.
This ain't the Superstar Shake-Up neither, okay?
Superstar Shake-Up next week.
You see, we're here on Raw because last night was cause for celebration. And we just could not wait to SmackDown Live. Oh,
New Day could not wait for SmackDown Live.
last night,
That's why they're on Raw.
WWE Universal Champion.
Last night, Rollins became Universal Champion. Kofi also became WWE Champion.
Defeated the Beast Incarnate himself.
Brock Lesnar. Boos from the crowd.
Like him.
Yeah, they don't like him. We do, but we don't.
They don't like
Lesnar. More boos from the crowd when Kofi says Brock Lesnar.
And our brother Kofi Kingston did the unthinkable.
Kofi did the unthinkable. Defeated Daniel Bryan to become new WWE Champion.
When he won his first WWE Championship match in 11 years.
First WWE Championship match he's won in 11 years, his whole entire career. Hard to believe, but it's true. WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Xavier's like humping the ring. Big E's doing a split.
He's in a full split. It's impressive.
Crowd loving it.
Something unsettling about that.
Believe me, this crowd's gonna let you know whether they like you or they don't. Big E, Big E, Big E chants. Big E actually played football at Iowa, former Hawkeye.
After my match,
Seth Rollins is originally from Iowa. He's a big Iowa Hawkeye fan. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Big Ten.
you know, the one that was winner take all. I thought that was a great idea for Becky Lynch, wasn't it?
Great idea for Becky Lynch for winner take all last night. So, Kofi wants winner take all. He wants both titles on the line. They're teasing it.
How about the new Universal Champion
The new Universal Champion,
and the
new WWE Champion,
have a winner take all match here tonight?
have a winner take all match here tonight. Really? They'd probably have Kofi win, I bet. They should have Seth win that.
Seems like you and your boys are sealed in a
Have him become undisputed champion.
So, no shit.
They're teasing with the Superstar Shake-Up, the brand split, the draft coming up because of Fox moving to Fox in the fall. Title versus title, one-on-one, Kofi versus Seth tonight. Kofi wants that. This is big. Crowd with yes chants, they want it. And at that point, at the end of the night, New Day would probably turn, I bet, on Kofi, and then Seth would win. That's probably what'll happen. This is awesome chance. Stare down now with Kofi and Seth. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. I see those popping on through. I'll get to those here in a second. You're on. Challenge accepted. That's going to be the main event tonight on Monday Night Raw. Kofi versus Seth. Champion versus champion on the Raw after Mania. Seth frickin' Rollins, the Universal Champion, versus Kofi Kingston, the new WWE Champion. Michael Cole with Are You Kidding Me? So that will probably more than likely be the main event, I would hope, I would think. The Man, Becky Lynch, on Monday Night Raw live tonight. Baron Corbin victorious also last night at WrestleMania. He's going to be on Monday Night Raw tonight as well. Someone debuting or coming up will probably come out and challenge him. Raw Tag Team Championship match, a rematch from last night. I was right on this. The Edgeheads, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, will challenge the Revival will challenge them. Raw Tag Team Championship match up next with the Revival and Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. Here come Ryder and Hawkins. Somewhat of a mixture action for them from the crowd. So no commercial break in between the opening segment and the entrances for the next match, cutting down on time because they only go to the 11 o'clock hour. However, tonight, as Ryder and Hawkins just feel like walking on top of the announce table right at the entrance. Okay, next, they'll go to commercial now. Next, Raw Tag Team Championship match, Ryder and Hawkins versus Dash Dawson, the Revival. Next April, Destiny awaits. Become the master of your own fate. WrestleMania 36 next year in Tampa Bay, Tampa, Florida. Raymond James Stadium, April the 5th, 2020. There's the new WrestleMania logo for next year. Yeah, someone debuting or coming out from NXT, I think will probably come out to Corbin, because he'll probably come out and cut a promo because he was victorious last night, and then that'll start a feud with him. Revival will probably get the tag titles back here now because they just had the Edgeheads, Ryder and Hawkins have their moment then last night. I get that. Big news though to kick off Raw. Winner take all, champion versus champion. Seth frickin' Rollins versus Kofi Kingston tonight on Monday Night Raw. What do we got here? Finally, someone said why Brock had the title for all these days. This is huge, it is. Looks like they're going to unify both titles. Saudi Arabia, oh wait, never mind. It's probably going to be someone returning from injury for Corbin. If it is somebody returning from injury, Sami Zayn comes to mind. Maybe, we'll see. Crowd would probably get nuts for him. I'd save him for next week, though, because they're up in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, his hometown. So, yeah. I'd save Sami Zayn for next week. I mean, I'd be alright with Sami Zayn, Corbin. Have them on Raw for now. Superstar Shakeup, though, next week they could change stuff up. Because last night, hell, they didn't even know what the hell the opening match was going to be on. They didn't know what the opening match was going to be when WrestleMania kicked off. It was scheduled to be AJ Styles, Randy Orton. That ended up being the second match. I guess at like 5:30 last night, right as the kickoff show started, they decided that the Beast, Brock Lesnar, would defend the Universal Championship to kick off WrestleMania 35 last night versus Seth frickin' Rollins. D-Boy, what's happening, my man? Thank you for tuning in and watching WWE Monday Night RAW, Raw After Mania. Live reactions, play-by-play. Follow me right here on Periscope if you haven't done so already, man. Coolhand Luke 96. Share this on social media as well. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. So, unifying the women's championships, Raw and SmackDown Live women's championships last night in the main event of WrestleMania with Becky Lynch defeating Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. It makes sense, obviously, but I still think you should have at least one women's champion on Raw and one on SmackDown as well. Same thing with the men. NHL Stanley Cup playoff commercial. Playoffs begin this Wednesday, so good luck to your respective hockey teams, your hockey franchises that you like, you root for. So, the men, though, I don't think it's a good decision to do it now. I would wait until after SummerSlam, middle of August. I get, they're going to tease it, and obviously tonight in the main event, as they show some still pictures from last night at WrestleMania from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as the doctor of thugonomics himself, John Cena, made his return. There's Brock Lesnar. I would wait for unifying the men's until after SummerSlam, because you gotta have a huge plan, a big plan from now until October then on what you're gonna do unless you're going to have all these superstars on both Raw and SmackDown like it used to be in the past. We'll have to see what happens as the night goes on, but the Revival, they get a jobber entrance, meaning they come out during the commercial. So, Raw Tag Team Championship match right now on Monday Night Raw. Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder versus Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, the Revival. So they're in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center right now. And Zack Ryder will start things off versus Scott Dawson.
Actually, there was a quote from the Revival earlier today where Dawson said, quote, months of hard work rebuilding the Raw.
They lock up. Dash tags in. This was on the kickoff show last night at WrestleMania. Hawkins' losing streak came to an end. He had previously lost 269 matches in a row. Dash now working with Zack Ryder. They lock up middle of the ring. Dash has Ryder in a headlock. Speaking of Saudi Arabia there, with Saudi Arabia reportedly now going to be in June instead of the beginning of May. Money in the Bank, middle of May. It gives WWE like a month and a half now to get all these new storylines, all these new feuds set up. Have Money in the Bank. I don't know who they're going to have win Money in the Bank right now. I haven't really even thought about it. And then, you know, after that, I mean, it really depends on what's going to happen here tonight with the Raw After Mania Tag Team Championships on the line right now. Hashtag Tag Team Titles. Hashtag Raw After Mania as well. So hopefully that's how you found this. Nice chop there from Dash Wilder to Kurt Hawkins as he tags in Scott Dawson. It's really just going to depend on what happens tonight with returnees, call-ups from NXT, Superstar Shake-Up then next week. And by the way, I'll be live right here on Periscope once again tomorrow night for SmackDown Live, the SmackDown After Mania. And then next week as well for the Superstar Shake-Up editions of WWE Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. So be sure to follow me right here on Periscope if you haven't done so already. Cool Hand Luke 96. And I hope to see everybody then. So Scott Dawson now has Hawkins in a headlock. They stand up on their feet. Hawkins throws Dawson into the ropes. Shoulder tackle. Hawkins moves out of the way. Drop kick from Hawkins to Dawson. Match continues. Nice forearm from Hawkins to Dawson in the corner. Another right hand. Here comes Dash Wilder from behind. Grabs Kurt Hawkins. Enziguri from Kurt Hawkins to Dash Wilder. Here comes Zack Ryder. Revival with some dirty moves as the ref's not paying attention. His eyes set on Zack Ryder. Nice uppercut from Scott Dawson in the meantime. Cover from Dash Wilder as he's legal now. 1-2 kick out by Kurt Hawkins. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, winner take all. Seth frickin' Rollins, the new WWE Universal Champion versus the new WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. Hall of Fame ceremony was this past week as they go to commercial. They're actually going to show, I believe it's only going to be for an hour, immediately following Raw here tonight. All the Hall of Fame induction speeches during the ceremony this past Saturday night with DX headlining the Hart Foundation with Bret Hart. I think everybody's heard about that by now. Who else won the Hall of Fame? Honky Tonk Man, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Tori Wilson. So it was all right. I mean, I was watching that a little bit, and the Final Four National Championship game tonight in college basketball doesn't start for at least another hour. Yeah, about an hour away from tip-off between Texas Tech and Virginia in the college basketball national championship game here tonight up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, U.S. Bank Stadium. So currently we're at a commercial break for WWE Monday Night Raw. So the Raw Tag Team and Championship match continues.
It's mean, cheesy, melty, and you know it's big. The pepperoni pizzone is back in part of the $5 line. 2 or more, just $5 each. No one.
A dazzling place I never knew. A new, fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Fragrance inspired by nature with Airwick Essential Mist. It transforms natural essential oils into mist, filling the room with fragrance, pausing when it's just right. Experience Airwick Essential Mist.
A great dishwasher needs a great detergent. So GE Appliances tested Finish on over 5,000 dishes, proving dish after sparkling dish that it's not just clean, it's finished. Switch to Finish Quantum, recommended by GE Appliances.
We said pantyhose, right? Here, it's creamy Snickers. You could use a little smoothness.
Pete Sagarine?
With the fresh ground nut butters and new creamy Snickers.
Date night at DQ with their
Come
amazing
on,
chicken
enough
and waffles.
damn commercials.
Chicken strips.
Belgian waffles.
Savory.
Sweet.
Modulated.
Man. Your daughter. I love our daughter. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Back from commercial break now on WWE Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania. Kurt Hawkins with a running knee on Scott Dawson. Both Dawson and Hawkins looking to make the hot tags. Dash Wilder in. Kurt Hawkins, though, does tag in Zack Ryder. Ryder goes after Wilder, then takes out Dawson. Double knee from the middle rope. Now a drop kick from the top rope from Zack Ryder to Dash Wilder. Takes out Scott Dawson in the meantime as well.
Everything's coming up Ryder right now. New Raw Tag Team champs recently engaged.
Tags in Kurt Hawkins. Another boot to Dash Wilder. Nice elbow from the top rope from Kurt Hawkins to Dash Wilder. Cover 1-2 kick out by the Revival.
Zack Ryder, I would have stayed in there. I don't trust Kurt Hawkins. Last night he got lucky, but
Hawkins is holding his leg.
yeah, I think Hawkins may have tweaked his hamstring when he came off the top rope that time and now trying to fire back up. That's a high-risk maneuver.
Hawkins now trying to get Wilder up in a vertical suplex, it looks like.
And again,
Hawkins goes down.
banging off.
Quick roll-up pin, cover 1-2, kick out by the Revival.
I think Hawkins was playing possum again.
Clothesline from Kurt Hawkins to Dash Wilder.
He seems to be moving pretty solidly now.
Hawkins makes the tag for Ryder. Zack Ryder now legal versus Dash Wilder. Where's Scott Dawson at? There he is right there. Pulls Kurt Hawkins out of the ring. Revival with a quick roll-up, foot on the rope. Ryder kicks out. Vertical suplex from Scott Dawson to Kurt Hawkins. Ringside area on the floor. Wilder going to tag in Dawson, it looks like. Does that right now. Scott Dawson up on the top rope. Knee from the top rope on Zack Ryder, cover 1-2 kick out by the Broski. Dawson begging the official, saying that was 3. He says it's 2. Match continues. Match continues here on WWE Monday Night Raw. Full WrestleMania results, videos, photos, and more on WWE.com. Dawson picking up Ryder on the ring apron. Here comes Dash Wilder as well. Double vertical suplex coming. Ryder actually neck breaker on Dash Wilder in the meantime. Quick roll-up pin from Scott Dawson on Zack Ryder. Cover 1-2 kick out. Hawkins back to his feet in his corner. Zack Ryder tags in Hawkins. Dawson doesn't realize it. Hawkins is legal. Shatter Machine from the Revival to Zack Ryder. Kurt Hawkins is legal, though. Kurt Hawkins is legal. Quick roll-up pin on Scott Dawson, the Revival. 1, 2, 3. Hawkins and Ryder retain here tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw. They are still your WWE Monday Night Raw Tag Team Champions. Hear any noises in the background? Just some dogs barking, so don't be worried. Monday Night Raw continues. We'll have to see what happens here next. Actually, they advertise for the main event now, and now a winner-take-all between Seth frickin' Rollins and Kofi Kingston as the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship will both be on the line here tonight on Monday Night Raw. The man also live tonight on Monday Night Raw, the new undisputed women's champion, Becky Lynch. But up next on Monday Night Raw, Baron Corbin last night at WrestleMania 35 was victorious over Kurt Angle. So we go to commercial break. Up next, Baron Corbin. I think somebody's going to come out. Maybe it might be somebody who's returning from injury. I think it's going to be somebody getting called up, but we'll have to find out. We'll have to find out and see. Raw off to a hot start so far. Great tag team match there with Hawkins and Ryder and the Revival. As Hawkins tagged in, Dawson didn't know it, took Hawkins out, Shatter Machine from the Revival, and then a quick roll-up pin from Kurt Hawkins on Scott Dawson. 1, 2, 3, clean. The tag team, the Edgeheads of Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, retain here tonight on WWE Monday Night Raw after picking up the championships over the Revival last night on the WrestleMania kickoff show. So obviously it looks like the tag team champions will be on Raw, at least for the time being. Will be the Edgeheads of Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder. We'll have to see if they move the Revival over to SmackDown. I wouldn't mind that. Give them a fresh new start. Like I said, I wouldn't mind that. It'd be something new. They've never been on SmackDown Live, I don't believe, because when they got called up 2 years ago, they actually made their debut on the Raw after Mania 2 years ago, after WrestleMania 33. And I believe they've been on Monday Night Raw ever since, and they finally got the Raw Tag Team Championships about 2 months ago now, before losing them now last night. So I'd move them over to SmackDown next week during the shakeup. Give them a fresh start. So keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. So yeah, great first match on Raw. I think we're gonna have another one coming up here next once Corbin does his promo that he's gonna do. I think, like I said, I think somebody's gonna come out and interrupt him. Just don't know who. But to kick off Raw, we had Seth frickin' Rollins come out, talk about last night, and then Kofi Kingston the New Day came out as well. And Kofi challenged Seth to a winner-take-all match for the Universal and WWE Championships tonight. So that'll be the main event on WWE Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn is set to return tonight. Also, there is set to be a huge return tonight to interfere in the Kofi versus Seth match. I had said Sami a second ago, earlier, when somebody had brought up, because I had said I think it's going to be somebody getting caught up or returning, and then they had said returning from injury, and I said, well, the only person I can think off the top of my head injured that could be returning right now would be Sami Zayn, but I would save that for next week during Superstar Shakeup up in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, his hometown. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind Sami Zayn, Corbin, either, like I said earlier, too, because that puts Sami on Raw for the time being and then Kevin Owens on SmackDown. Split them up. I don't like them as a tag team. I just don't. They've done it too much already. So I'd hold off on that. But the Superstar Shakeup then next week, they could get them back together. And then also there's set to be a huge return tonight to interfere in the Kofi-Seth match. Do you have any ideas on who that could be? Because I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head for that either right now. I'd rather, obviously, like to not know, obviously, just get a huge reaction from myself and, from everybody in attendance at the Barclays Center tonight. So, I'd said earlier maybe the New Day turn on Kofi now that the match is official, but we'll see. Allow me to introduce to you former acting general manager of Monday Night Raw, former Golden Gloves boxing champion, former U.S. champion, former Money in the Bank winner, the man who defeated Kurt Angle last night at WrestleMania 35 in his farewell match, and Brooklyn's favorite son, Monday Night Raw's favorite son, the lone wolf, Baron Corbin. So here comes Corbin. Corbin's awesome. He's a great heel. And I'm happy that at least they did have him go over versus Kurt Angle last night on Raw. Bray got to come back tonight. Maybe. I don't know if you'd put him in Seth and Kofi, though. It doesn't make sense. Maybe Bray versus Corbin. Okay, I wouldn't mind that either. I just heard rumors. I think it... Oh, really? John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact. He has a shit ton of names, just like Seth frickin' Rollins has a shit ton of nicknames. No, if you have Morrison come back, have him go up against Miz for a while, face versus heel, because Miz is going to have something to do. He's got to have something to do after Shane McMahon now, unless they keep that going, which I highly doubt they will. And then have Miz and Morrison get back together as a tag team. I think everybody would like that. I sure would. Jason Jordan's never coming back in wrestling. No. Corbin, I know, boo-hoo. He's getting booed from the crowd. Asshole chants. Jason Jordan is also set to return. He will probably return to get revenge for his father, Kurt Angle. I don't think he's ever going to return. I don't. I think his neck injury is really, really bad. I don't think they're going to have him come back and return. But everybody thought the same thing about Daniel Bryan. He was just WWE champion for how long? So Kurt Angle deserves someone better than me for his final opponent at WrestleMania. Yeah, that guy was me. Kurt Angle chose me, and I showed everyone Kurt Angle doesn't deserve to be in the same ring as me. Somebody's gonna come out. I think whoever it is going to get a huge pop too. Shut the fuck up chance towards Baron Corbin. Real classy, New York. Real classy. He's perfect as a heel. He's awesome. Typical New Yorkers. He's Brooklyn and Monday Night Raw's favorite son right now, too. My long list of accomplishments. As usual, I proved them wrong. I proved last night that I'm better than a Olympic gold medalist, aka Kurt Angle. After that victory, I deserve a gold medal of my own. Here comes Kurt Angle. Maybe he does bring out Jason Jordan. Maybe Jordan is cleared, and then it's Jason Jordan versus Baron Corbin here. I don't like Jason Jordan though, and I don't think he's going to be cleared to return after his neck injury. you suck chants towards Kurt Angle, even though we all know that he doesn't suck because he is a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native and a Clarion University alum. So he says thank you to the crowd. Corbin deserves a gold medal of his own. Yeah, maybe a plastic one. No, he's good. He does deserve an award of some sort. Kurt will probably say thank you for wrestling me in my final match, and thank you, Kurt chants. No, thank you, he says. Kurt Angle face to face with Baron Corbin on Monday Night Raw. Last night you were the better man. My career is officially over. Yours is just getting started, and it is. He's a great heel. He wishes them all the best and shakes hands with his left hand. And then Corbin pulls him, or Angle pulls him in, and then Angle slam from Kurt Angle to Baron Corbin. Angle lock coming. Angle lock on Baron Corbin. He's tapping out. But this isn't a match, so he's going to be tapping for quite a while. Corbin actually crawling out of the ring. Angle's music hits. You suck. You suck. He says thank you. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Whoa. Really? Really? Lars Sullivan? Lars Sullivan coming out to Kurt Angle on Monday Night Raw. He was supposed to make his debut a couple months ago and then had a meltdown. Most sought after free agent in WrestleMania history, or WWE history, excuse me, says Michael Cole. Bullshit. He's been down in NXT for how long? Lars Sullivan on Monday Night Raw. Face to face with Kurt Angle. Enters the ring now. Is that Lars Sullivan or Gene Snitsky? It's Lars Sullivan. Holy shit, chance. NXT chance. Angle face to face with Sullivan. Sullivan picking up Angle. Power slam to Kurt Angle from Lars Sullivan. Perfect way for him to make his debut on Raw. Take out a legend. Asshole chance. He was actually supposed to, rumors were, potentially, possibly going to have a match versus John Cena at WrestleMania last night, but that never happened. Sullivan up top. My God, nice headbutt from the top rope from Lars Sullivan to Kurt Angle. Lars Sullivan probably won't speak for quite a while. He'll probably just keep on coming out on either Raw or SmackDown, maybe both, and he'll continue to take out people. And they'll make him a force to be reckoned with. Put him up against Braun Strowman, have him be a heel, have Strowman be a face. But then you got to have Strowman go over, and then that just buries Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan debuts on WWE Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania. I like his entrance music. I actually saw him at an NXT live event about a year and a half ago now. Videos from all wrestling events that I've attended are over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. So go to YouTube, search Gridiron Ring, hit that subscribe button, like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96, Periscope and Twitter, Gridiron 18, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and watching. Lars Sullivan just made his debut and took out Kurt Angle on WWE Monday Night Raw. Be sure to share this as well. Ryback will return tonight. No, yeah, I don't think so. Who's going to win the winner take all? I mean, right now, I would pick Seth, okay? But with Kofi Mania running wild, they'll probably have Kofi win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the New Day turns on Kofi and Seth wins. But then somebody earlier said that maybe somebody, rumors are that somebody's coming back, a big name is coming back tonight during the main event, the winner-take-all match, to either potentially help out somebody or screw somebody over. So we'll have to find out and see. But Lars Sullivan, yeah, they'll probably have him continue just to take out people. I would put him up against Strowman. Strowman won the Battle Royal last night, won the Greatest Royal Rumble last year. He got a championship belt and a trophy for that hasn't been seen since last April there. Yeah, I'd put Sullivan up against Strowman. Maybe Sullivan up against Samoa Joe. If you have Joe come over to Raw for the Superstar Shakeup with the U.S. title, at that point then Finn Balor goes to SmackDown with the IC Championship. I wouldn't mind that. Give a couple guys some fresh starts. AJ Styles currently injured right now though too. So who knows what the plans are for him at this point in time. I'd put Sullivan up against Strowman. Or they might have Sullivan versus Reigns, or Sullivan versus McIntyre. Sullivan versus Reigns or Strowman. Because Lashley's a heel, McIntyre's a heel, Reigns and Strowman are faces. Lesnar's not going to be around for a while. Perfect way, though, for Sullivan to come out and make his debut and take out Kurt Angle. Perfect. Lashley against Lars, the thing is, they're both heels. Unless they turn Lashley face after he lost last night to Finn Balor. I mean, they could do that. We'll have to see what happens tonight. Because you still have the... Well, okay, if you turn Lashley face, you still have your heel tag team. Then if you insert Lars Sullivan with Corbin, McIntyre, and Lars Sullivan then. Starting next Monday, Raw and SmackDown Live will shake things up once again. Raw and SmackDown Live, Superstar Shake-Up, next Monday and Tuesday up in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Starting next Monday on Raw, continues next Tuesday on SmackDown Live. Wouldn't it make sense to split Braun and Lars? One on Monday, one on Tuesday? No. Well, if Lars goes to SmackDown, okay, you got to keep Braun on Raw, though. Because if Braun goes to SmackDown, unless they do what they did with, say, the Big Show on SmackDown back in the day, the Undertaker on SmackDown back in the day, the Great Khali, big guys on SmackDown, I think Braun would get buried on SmackDown. Unless you do what I just stated. Do what you did back in the day with those guys. I think you keep Braun on Raw for the time being. Because they might have a draft, they might have another Superstar Shake-Up right before SmackDown goes to Fox in October. Here comes the goddess Alexa Bliss, the host of WrestleMania 35 from last night. She's actually going to wrestle tonight. She's in ring gear. She'll be wrestling on TV for the first time in quite a while. Lashley was in a post-match commentary, and he sounded like a face, honestly. Well, I mean, I really don't want them to split him and Leo Rush up, because Leo Rush, the man of the hour himself, is awesome. He's great. But he could probably be a good with if they continued Rush and Lashley. They turned both of them faces. I'm sure they could work something out. I'm sure it'd be all right. They're just better as a heel. Maybe put Lashley back on SmackDown. He was on SmackDown back in the day as well too. So who's going to come out and face Alexa Bliss? Going to be Bayley. No reaction for her whatsoever. Assuming the goal is to build a monster versus monster down the road. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I would put with what Lars Sullivan just did to Kurt Angle. To me, it's looking like they're going to have him just take people out, have him be a force to be reckoned with. And then with Strowman being a face that he is, he's really never been a heel, other than whenever he joined the Wyatt family when he got called up from NXT. Right before or right after he was a Rosebud with Adam Rose, if you guys can remember that back in the day, a couple years ago. People like Strowman. I like Strowman. They just really haven't gave him a chance. But then when they have, he's gotten injured. You know, because I think everybody wanted Braun to take out Brock, and then Seth was the one to do that last night. So bell rings. We have Alexa Bliss in a match here tonight on Monday Night Raw, the Raw After Mania versus Bayley. Bayley and Sasha Banks lost the Women's Tag Team Championships last night to the Iconics on SmackDown Live. But I would put I'd put Lars up against Strowman. You have Strowman then come out and just wreck him. But then, like I just said, you give Lars this big push finally after he had his meltdown. Because he was supposed to debut like a couple months ago when everybody else from NXT got caught up with Aleister Black, Ricochet, Lacey Evans, Tommaso Ciampa, who's now injured, Johnny Gargano, who just won the NXT Championship on Friday at TakeOver New York. You put Strowman up against him, you just ruin everything you did for Lars, and then you bury him, which that makes no sense, but they've done shit like that before. But another thing that they could do, if they did say put Braun on SmackDown, which they could do, I wouldn't mind that. But do what I said to do a second ago. Maybe have Reigns be the good guy up against Sullivan, and have people like Reigns get him back on his horse. But then people are still going to hate Reigns. People are going to like him, but there's going to be more people that hate him. I don't care if he had leukemia or not. Okay? I mean, good that he beat it once again. You know, that's awesome. Okay? Don't get me wrong on that. But, like last night at WrestleMania, his match versus Drew McIntyre, the fans were doing the wave, for God's sakes, during that match. They were not into it whatsoever. So, because, I mean, Reigns is good. He can wrestle. But he's basic. Just like the stage last night, the entrance at WrestleMania 35. It is what it is, but it is what it is. They're going to do what they want to do regardless. Vince is going to always get the final say. So, Alexa there. Bayley with a pin, cover 1, 2. Alexa with her hand on the bottom rope. Alexa with a hard bump there on the bottom turnbuckle in the corner. Or the middle turnbuckle, excuse me. Alexa with a kick to Bayley. She's outside the ring now, ringside. Gets back in the ring. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Excited to see what they do with Lars Sullivan, though. Excited to see what they do. Alexa Bliss picks up the win on Monday Night Raw, the Raw After Mania. Defeats Bayley. Bayley might be done on Raw too now, to be honest with you. They might put both her and Sasha full time on SmackDown starting next week. Alexa did look alright in her first match on TV in quite a while. She did wrestle at a house show, I'd say, within the past month. She's been injured for quite a while, and that's why they had her be the host of WrestleMania, so they still had her involved, which when it was all said and done last night anyway, they barely had her do anything whatsoever. Like, she was, like, she had her thing on the kickoff show, came out right at the start of the show with Hulk Hogan, and then, she had one more thing during the middle of the show, and then introduced R-Truth and Carmella right before the main event. So, tomorrow night on SmackDown, WWE Championship Celebration. So did they already just spoil the news? Because tonight, winner take all, Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, for both WWE and Universal Championships respectively. The man Becky Lynch also live tonight on Monday Night Raw. So if you guys haven't followed me already, right here on Periscope and over on Twitter, CoolHandLuke96, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Always greatly appreciated. Hit the like button, the super like button, the super heart button. Be sure to share this. Follow GridRing18 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube as well. So thank you guys for tuning in and joining. The College Basketball National Championship game also tonight. That'll be starting here in about, I'd say a half hour. Texas Tech and Virginia. That's actually the question of the day over on the Gridiron Ring Facebook and Twitter pages as well. So go vote on the poll if you haven't done that as well. Just let me know who you're going to have win, who you want to win. Texas Tech, the Red Raiders from Lubbock, or the Virginia Cavaliers from Charlottesville. They're playing in the national championship game tonight up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. That main event was lackluster. Well, according to sources, reports, some rumors floating around right now, the ending to the main event last night was botched. Whether it was or not, whether Becky was actually supposed to pin Ronda, or whether Becky was supposed to make Charlotte tap out, which I think that's, if you wanted to save Ronda, that's the way to go. But then at the same time, it's a controversial finish. You know, it gets people talking to tune in to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live for weeks to come. So it makes sense, you know, that, okay, the video, the picture that they ended up showing on the replay then, they haven't talked about it whatsoever so far tonight because they haven't talked about the women's main event last night at WrestleMania because Becky Lynch hasn't been on Raw yet. She is still yet to come. Probably the 9 or 10 o'clock hour, probably 10 o'clock hour, I bet. But, you know, Ronda's, it was clearly, it was clear that Ronda's, I believe it was her right shoulder, was not down on the 1 count. The 2 and 3 of the 3 count, though, for Becky pinning Ronda, yeah, clear. The ref, it was a quick count, too. The ref, gonna have to go to the DVR here real quick and fast forward and catch up. So just give me a second. Keep those chat questions and comments coming. Question mark, question mark, question mark. What do you got a question on there, buddy?
The type of person who would stop over 50.
Like, whether or not, you know, that was the way it was supposed to go last night, that's what happened, and that's what they're going to, you know, go with. And I don't think Ronda's going to be around, you know, for a very, very long time anyway, so after this weekend coming up, everybody's going to forget about it, you know, so just showing all the reports talking about WrestleMania with Love Runs Out by One Republic playing in the background, as well as that was the official theme song for WrestleMania this year. Becky Lynch, the man, 9 o'clock hour here on WWE Monday Night Raw. Do you believe a big heel turn tonight by New Day? I said it earlier, you know, potentially, you know, it could possibly happen. Somebody said earlier that Johnny Mundo, John Morrison, Johnny Nitro, whatever they want to call him, he's going to be coming back tonight. I don't know if I buy that whatsoever. Like I said, I'd put him up with The Miz to start out in his return. I mean, Morrison's a big name. You know, he's a damn good wrestler, too. He was actually on Survivor last season, too. So shout out to Survivor. CBS, Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. Great show. Always been a great show, always will be. One of the best shows on television right now. But I'd put Morrison up against The Miz, and then, you know, have them get back together, do what you did with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and then have them become a tag team once again. John Morrison and The Miz, like they were back in the day. The only reason I don't like Becky is because that gimmick was kind of shoved in the universe's face. Yeah, to some extent, I can agree with you on that, yeah. Last night now at WrestleMania, they're showing the replay from what happened in the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. It was a triple threat. Ronda Rousey, the then Raw Women's Champion, versus Charlotte Flair, the then SmackDown Live Women's Champion, versus the man, Becky Lynch. And the man finally came around. Becky Lynch won and defeated both Ronda and Charlotte to become the Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champion. The first ever undisputed Women's Champion. Here's the quick roll-up. And then they cut it. They do the count, 1, 2, 3. They don't actually show it, whether Ronda's elbow was down or not, or shoulder was down or not, excuse me. So, obviously they're not going to talk about it. Unless Becky talks about it during her promo here coming up. She's got the Raw Women's title around her waist, the SmackDown Live Women's title on her right shoulder. Keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Always greatly appreciated. Becky chants from the Raw After Mania crowd. New York. They take away rematch clause. Yeah, but they know people have forgot about it. Most people have forgot about it, but there's some of us that still remember that they inserted that. But yeah, they did. But hell, the Revival got a rematch earlier tonight against the Edgeheads. Hawkins and Ryder won. I think the Revival will go to SmackDown now. So Charlotte, if anybody's going to be getting a rematch, it's going to be Charlotte. Because Ronda, I think she's going to be done, obviously. But she's actually injured there right now, too. She got injured last night. I guess she broke her hand a little bit. Throwing some punches. So, we'll see what happens. Becky 2 belts. They'll unify them. It'll be an undisputed champion. Either Charlotte or Ronda will win the title. When? Like now? Like SummerSlam? Because, I mean, SummerSlam, that's another 4 months away. Okay, have Becky be champion for 4 months, that's fine. But, you know. When all was said and done, this woman that walked in with nothing left with everything. Both women's championships. Becky will give someone a rematch, but she'll lose one of the belts. Yeah, okay, they could do that. I'd be alright with that. I would. I mean, because to some extent it makes Becky look weak, but then at the same time she's still a champion. I get that. I wouldn't mind that. But there's a They're actually singing her theme song right now. There's another way that they go through with this as well if they don't want to unify them. Somebody could come out, authority-wise, Vince, Triple H, Steph, probably Steph, Shane maybe, probably Steph though, and have them say that each brand needs to have a championship. So you have to give up one. You got to pick whether you're going to be on Raw or SmackDown, and then go from there and do that. That's another option. And then the third would be to unify them, have an undisputed champion. Because they're teasing that with the men's right now too. Because with Fox going live on Fox on Fridays this fall, they want all the big name. They want all the big name superstars there. Not on Raw, because Raw is going to be still on the USA Network. They want them on Fox. They want them on SmackDown. So we'll see. Man's going to be waiting whenever you do return, Ronda Rousey. It was like the Rollins Night of Champions dilemma. Fill me in on that. Night of Champions dilemma with Seth Rollins. That was what? 2.5 going on 3 years ago now? Is that when he wrestled Sting? Is this what you're talking about?
I know that women in both divisions have seen what's possible and they want that for themselves. I respect that. I know I'm a marked woman.
Becky says she knows she's a marked woman, and that women, the other women superstars, are going to be coming after her. When Seth had to defend both championships. Well, that was SummerSlam. That was like 2016, wasn't it? Yeah, that's when he faced Sting at Night of Champions that September. Yeah, because football just started. It was September. Because he was WWE champion. This was after he cashed in at WrestleMania. This was on the road to WrestleMania 32, and then he got hurt. Here comes Lacey Evans after Becky Lynch cuts her promo. Because he was U.S. champion at that point in time, too. Because he was never from what I can remember, he was never, I could be wrong, I don't think he's ever been WWE and World Heavyweight Champion at the same time, because they got rid of the World Heavyweight Championship right before that. Because they had Ric Flair come out and take the title, and that hasn't been seen since. That's been 5 years. Because that was whenever Lacey Evans with a haymaker right hand to Becky Lynch. We're going to see Lacey Evans, Becky Lynch now. Lacey Evans walking away now. Here comes Becky from behind. Takes down Lacey Evans, who's wearing a short skirt, short dress. They might want to be careful with the camera. I mean, I don't think any of us would be minding, but, USA Network might. People that normally don't watch wrestling might. Lacey Evans has Becky Lynch. Becky retaliating with some knees and some elbows and some right hands. Lacey throws, she's about ready to throw Becky into the screen at the entrance. Now Becky has Lacey in a disarmor, armbar. Because whenever they unified the titles before with the Raw and SmackDown championships, the WWE title and the World title, like this was after Punk and Rock, because Rock introduced the new design that has since been changed, and then it was Cena Orton. That's when they unified them. Dean's last match in WWE on Monday Night Raw tonight. Dean Ambrose versus the almighty Bobby Lashley. Cena. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was for the U.S. Championship. That was SummerSlam a couple years ago. That was Rollins Cena. That's when he wore all white at SummerSlam. That was like when Cena was involved with Jon Stewart and all that from the Tonight Show, or the Daily Show. Winner take all, the Beast Slayer, Seth frickin' Rollins versus Kofi Kingston tonight, winner take all. Seth Rollins now getting interviewed backstage by Charlie Caruso.
Charlie, I accepted the challenge because this is what I love.
He accepted the challenge because this is what he loves.
For the next challenge, and look, while I admire the fact the New Day and Kofi showed up here, got right up in my face, and gave me the challenge man to man, I'm also a little insulted.
He's also a little assaulted after they showed up to Monday Night Raw.
You better be prepared to accept the consequences for your actions.
Better be prepared to suffer the consequences for your actions. So, Rollins insulted by Kofi Kingston and the New Day.
But if he wants to step to me on my show and try to take what I have earned,
Bring
then
it.
he better be prepared to bring his A game.
Kofi better be prepared to bring his A game. They won't unify the titles already. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't think it'd be a good decision to do that now. I would wait if you are going to do it. I'd wait until after SummerSlam. Here comes the one and only King Ricochet. Yeah, I would wait because you got from now until... I mean, I really don't have a problem unifying them, but I would rather have for both the mid-card, the tag team, the singles for WWE, the Universal, the Raw and SmackDown Women's. I would rather have a title for each of them. You know, because you have how many superstars? You unify it. You have the same guys on Raw and SmackDown once again. You're in the same dilemma you were in a couple years ago. And that's why they started the Superstar Shakeup, the draft. That's why they brought all that shit back. Because people were getting sick and tired of seeing the same damn people on both Raw and SmackDown week in and week out. I don't have a problem with it, but I do at the same time because it's just better if you just keep doing it the way, you know, it's been done the past 3 years now. Because, you know, like I said, you have so many superstars, but you don't have enough time with Raw and SmackDown. 5 hours, okay, is 5 hours, but it's still not enough time with commercial breaks. And then, I mean, they could, there's been talk SmackDown might be going to 3 hours come when they do move to Fox, have the third hour be on Fox Sports 1, but we'll see. Or, I mean, hell, if they did have it 3 hours, why don't you start it at 7 o'clock? Have it on Fox for 3 straight hours, 7 to 10, because the Fox... local news will come on at 10 o'clock then. So, here comes the Dutch Destroyer, Aleister Black. Actually changing up his entrance a little bit here tonight. Done. Never be equal. Setting up Shield New Day. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. That's a good... thought, good prediction. I mean, if the thing with Dean, I mean, this could be just a big ploy, you know, just to get people to like him, I guess. And then, you know, fool everybody and have him stick around. Hell, he could have signed a new contract months ago, and then they just decided, okay, we're just gonna go with this, like, okay, you're going to be done. We're going to tell everybody you're done at the end of, or right after WrestleMania. But then at the same time, they, for Fastlane, as Aleister Black and Ricochet are in the ring, they are teaming up for a tag team match next. Don't know who their opponent is, though. This Wednesday, NXT on the WWE Network. At Fastlane, they announced it was going to be the final time for the Shield having a match together. But they've done shit like that in the past how many times, saying, okay, this is going to be this guy's final match, or, you know, this guy's final appearance, or whatever the case may be. and then they wrestle in the next week, the following week. So, I mean, Shield New Day. Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened before? If it did, it was whenever it would have been probably within a year before the Shield broke up, because Rollins turned after the Evolution Shield feud right after WrestleMania 30 a couple years ago, 5 years ago. And then Batista came back, had a final match with Triple H last night at WrestleMania 35, and then retired. So Ricochet and Black, I know. I'm just waiting for one of them to turn on each other. That's the other. I was thinking last night. That's the other tag team or the other superstars that I was thinking about that they would turn. Roman Reigns, I think, is going to turn eventually. He'll be heel once again. Lashley, I mean, I brought that up earlier. He could turn and be face, but I think he's better as a heel. New Day maybe on Kofi. And then Alistair on either Ricochet or Ricochet on Alistair. One of the two. Because those two guys can go, believe me. They're two of the best wrestlers out there. It was this year's Survivor Series. This past year's Survivor Series or this year's? This upcoming Survivor Series in Chicago.
I don't know if we should kiss. I mean, you're a zombie.
But I'm kind of hot.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens. There's a lot that they can do, believe me. There is. There is. And there's a lot of guys that are underutilized. There's a lot of guys that haven't been seen on TV in a while. You know, so once you get your TV time, you got to make the most of it. But
credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe.
Trying to think here.
Credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free.
Black should have never took this long to get to the main roster. I know. But the thing is, whenever they sign, WWE in particular, when they sign, independent guys, independent wrestlers from wherever, 9 times out of 10 they go down to NXT, just because they don't know if it's going to work out or not. They're giving them a chance, obviously, but Styles was the one, out of that 10, that was an exception, because he's AJ fucking Styles. He was WCW, WWE, tryout, didn't make it, went to TNA. He was in TNA for the longest time. Ring of Honor, New Japan, and then finally came to the WWE 3 years ago. Hard to believe it's been 3 years, but it's been 3 years.
How many of you guys have been affected by bullying before?
Alistair, he's a
That's a lot of people.
he's a damn good wrestler. Him, Ricochet, I'm trying to think of some of the younger guys. Him, Ricochet, obviously Seth. I mean, Seth's been around now for almost 10 years. I mean, you throw Roman in there as well. Drew McIntyre's another guy. I'm just looking at the card from WrestleMania last night. I know there's a lot of other guys. But they're the future. They're the future of the business in the WWE. There's obviously a lot of shit ton of other talent, other superstars, and other promotions. AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, TNA, AAA. So Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream as well. Gargano, I don't get why people like him, but okay, oh well. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus Aleister Black and Ricochet. Maybe one of them will turn. Maybe if Jason Jordan does return, I don't think he ever will. Somebody brought that up earlier. I don't think he's ever going to wrestle again, because his neck injury is bad. Like, he would have been back by now. You would have thought, but who knows. Maybe Rude turns. Maybe if Jason Jordan does come back, attack Rude. You have American Alpha. Have Rude reform Beer Money for the first time ever in WWE with James Storm. I'd love that. Maybe Alistair turns on Ricochet. Maybe Ricochet turns on Alistair here. Something's going to happen. It's the Raw after Mania, for God's sakes. And we already had a tag team match earlier. And nothing really happened. So, but I mean, there's a slew of great younger talent that the WWE has that obviously they're going to be the faces of the business for years to come. So, Ziggler tonight. Well, last time Monday Night Raw was in New York City, in the New York City area, following WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania 29. That was the last time WrestleMania was at MetLife Stadium. 6 years ago, WrestleMania 29. That's when Ziggler cashed in his Money in the Bank over Alberto Del Rio. So maybe Del Rio comes back. He's another good wrestler, but he's had his troubles in the past as well, too. They teased it on Instagram. Oh, they did? Ziggler? I didn't see that. Maybe. People would be pissed, though, if it was him. Because, it's, you know, he's good, but, like, the past 3-4 years, he's been overrated. That's my opinion. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but bell rings, match has begun. Black went for a kick, missed. That was after a quick roll-up by Chad Gable. Alistair now sitting down, staring at Chad Gable, former Olympic competitor for the U.S. in 2012 in London. Also a former collegiate wrestler as well. Chad Gable tags in Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode working Aleister Black now with some kicks to the upper chest area of the Dutch Destroyer, a.k.a. Tommy End. Roode with a chop. Now a kick to the midsection. A couple kicks to the midsection of Aleister Black in the corner. Roode's better as a singles competitor, in my opinion, but, you know, if they did bring back James Storm, I'd be fine with it. You know, Ricochet now legal. Alistair with a nice kick, drop kick from Ricochet. There's Chad Gable as well. Double knee from the ring apron on Chad Gable from Aleister Black, and then Ricochet goes flying, takes out Bobby Roode. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube. Follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter at CoolHandLuke96. Ricochet legal versus Bobby Roode, working his left shoulder.
Ricochet now, this is smart. He's trying to wear down Bobby Roode. And we talk so much about the high-flying ability of Ricochet, but Corey, he can get it done so many different ways in the ring. Ricochet, very talented grappler, very able striker.
Bobby Roode tags in Chad Gable. Ricochet with a kick to Gable, elbow to Bobby Roode, forearm to Gable, another elbow to Bobby Roode. Now a kick, that's a botch, didn't connect. Keep an eye out for that on Botchamania. Ricochet with a kick, and then Roode actually pulls the top rope down whenever Ricochet was going to go flying. Ricochet goes flying outside the ring, so. Harlem Heat also went into the Hall of Fame this past Saturday night. Hart Foundation, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels, DX, along with the New Age Outlaws and X-Pac. Tori Wilson, Honky Tonk Man, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. So that'll be on the USA Network following Monday Night Raw here tonight. Just an hour episode of the Hall of Fame ceremony from Saturday night. this past weekend.
3 new Arby's sandwiches: smokehouse brisket, the big kahuna, and luau chicken. This is how Arby's does Hawaii.
Did the island thing look real?
I don't think so. Mahalo for asking.
Arby's, we have the
Meats. Sandwiches. Pizza and a ring?
Get Snoop fresh ground nut butters and more creamy Snickers.
Winter nasal congestion. Is it a cold, sinus pressure, allergies? For all of them, there's Allegra D, a maximum strength decongestant plus a powerful non-drowsy antihistamine for 24-hour relief. This winter, the answer is Allegra D.
Do you want ready-to-wear clothing without all the hassle? You can with Bounce dryer sheets. We tried one shirt without Bounce and an identical shirt using Bounce. The Bounce shirt has fewer wrinkles, less static, and more softness and freshness. Bounce out wrinkles, bounce out static.
Not much here, except the usual. What if we spice things up a bit? Alexa.
What if we turn it up a notch? What if we go off the menu?
The all-new RAV4. Toyota. Let's go places.
Verizon got a CIP ticket 3 feet away from Justin Timberlake. My wife, me, JT. It's insanity.
Get VIP tickets to the best artists and more on us. Plus, save big when you switch. Only on Verizon.
Guys, I want you to meet someone. This is Jamie. You're going to be seeing a lot more of him now.
Not calling him Dad.
Oh, no.
I get it. Some new guy comes in, helping your mom bundle and save, get progressive. But hey, we're all in this together. Right, champ?
I'm getting more nuggets.
How about some carrots? You want to ruin your dinner?
You're not my dad.
It's fair. Overstepped.
Chad Gable, well, Ricochet with the cover on Gable there as we come back from commercial to the action on Monday Night Raw. Kick out, and Ricochet now with a right hand to Gable. Ricochet trying to tag in Aleister Black. Ricochet with a forearm. Gable takes out Aleister Black.
Tossed Alistair out of the way, too.
Gable's really done a great job of cutting the ring in half. Ricochet been unable to make a tag out.
Gable tags in Bobby Roode.
Really use it at the moment, but here comes Bobby Roode. And it's double teamed now by the glorious tag team of Roode and
Gable with a punch to the midsection of Ricochet. Roode with a running knee and then a clothesline cover 1-2 kick out. Upcoming live events. What do we got? Next Monday, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Next Tuesday, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. That's it, because they're not having any house shows this upcoming weekend because they just had WrestleMania this past weekend. So they'll have Raw and SmackDown. These guys will be off all week until next Monday now. Then the following weekend, next weekend, Easter weekend, they'll have some house shows. Ricochet with a drop kick on Chad Gable. Ricochet trying to tag in Aleister Black. Roode trying to get Gable to come over to his corner. Gable tags in Roode. Ricochet tags in Aleister. Shoulder tackle. 2 shoulder tackles from Aleister to Bobby Roode. Some kicks to the midsection and legs of Bobby Roode now. Aleister takes out both Roode and Gable cover. 1-2 kick out by Bobby Roode. Roode drives Aleister in the corner. Oh, God, that had to hurt. 1-2 kick out at 2.5. Quick roll up there from Bobby Roode on Alistair. And yeah, that didn't look good. Alistair with some kicks now on Bobby Roode to cover. 1, 2, kick out by Bobby Roode at 2.5. The crowd is currently doing the wave. Yeah, let's see if they show that replay from just a second ago. The quick roll up. It didn't look too good at first for Aleister Black. His leg, his ankle looked like it was going the wrong way. Ricochet now tags in. Nice kick from Aleister to Bobby Roode. Side of the face, Ricochet with the cover. 1, 2, Chad Gable breaks it up. Aleister throws Chad Gable outside the ring. Aleister lands on his back ringside. Ricochet getting Bobby Roode in position for potential 630 splash. Here comes Bobby Roode now. Bobby Roode up on the middle rope. Ricochet sitting on top of the top turnbuckle. Hits the ref in the meantime. Chad Gable from behind. Spine buster from Bobby Roode. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out by Ricochet. Roode tags in Gable. Gable going up top. Neck breaker. Following a splash from Chad Gable on Ricochet. 1, 2 kick out before Aleister Black breaks that up. Aleister and Roode go flying through the middle rope. Chad Gable and Ricochet in the ring. Quick roll up from Gable. Suplex. Ricochet gets out of it. Cover on Gable. 1, 2, 3. Ricochet and Aleister Black defeat Chad Gable and Bobby Roode on WWE Monday Night Raw. Bobby Roode from behind on Ricochet takes out the one and only. Bobby Roode turning heel, it looks like. Maybe. No, he's going to grab Gable, roll him out of the ring. Aleister and Ricochet in the ring, celebrating after they defeat Roode and Gable on Monday Night Raw. And only Ricochet's music starts to play. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen right now. Decent, pretty good tag team match. 2 good tag team matches so far on Raw tonight. So, yeah, nothing's going to happen. They cut to the commentating team, Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Corey Graves. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias last night at WrestleMania. Elias had a concert. And then the doctor of Thugonomics himself, John Cena, made a return. Took him out with a 5-knuckle shuffle and then an FU. Now we cut to Elias backstage, playing his guitar. Last night I had the greatest performance planned, but then it was ruined by John Cena.
If you even want to call that what he does music, I mean, I could do that in my sleep.
I could do what Cena did last night in my sleep. It's okay though.
Because
Tonight,
you decided to give me plenty of time to perform.
the McMahons have given me plenty of time to perform. He's going to show no mercy to anyone, to any soul. A legend, Hall of Famer, someone from NXT, or Mr. McMahon himself. If anyone interrupts me tonight, there will be hell to pay. Someone's going to come out and attack Elias or interrupt this concert once again. Who's that going to be? Maybe Sami Zayn on that. Maybe Dolph Ziggler. Maybe John Morrison. Who knows? Here comes Dean Ambrose. So Dean Ambrose, his final match on WWE Monday Night Raw versus the almighty Bobby Lashley. Up next. So they say. Dean's last match in WWE. Up next, Dean Ambrose versus Bobby Lashley.
We got a lot on the list and not a lot of time, so let's make sure we're on the same page. Got it?
It's Rusev Day. Did you guys know it's Rusev Day? It's always Rusev Day. Rusev and Lana Dollar General commercial. Well, actually, this is Snickers, sorry. This is a Snickers commercial.
Snickers satisfies.
What makes DiGiorno crispy pan pizza different than delivery?
Pan, 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 pan.
Fresh in its own pan, giving our DiGiorno pizza a crispy, caramelized crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Sometimes, all you have to do is read the signs. Miller Lite has more taste, fewer calories, and half the carbs of Bud Light. What are you holding? Miller Lite, hold true.
This Wendy's salad's really good. What's that supposed to mean? This Wendy's salad's really good. You know, it tastes good.
No, we don't. The salads don't taste good. Is that a signal or something? You doing a riot, kid?
Guys, it's just Wendy's new Parmesan Caesar. It really is good.
Get him out of here.
Try Wendy's new Parmesan Caesar salad for yourself. Just one of many made fresh every day. It's a salad, but good.
It is good.
Why stay in and take it easy when there's a whole world out there with new adventures to discover around every corner? Our SUVs can help you make the most of it. Like the Santa Fe. Tucson. First ever 8-passenger Hyundai Palisade. Getting out of your comfort zone. It's better than the Hyundai family of SUVs. Did you murder someone?
Wow, can I take a picture of you for my Instagram?
No, get a real life.
I found Rebecca. I stabbed her.
Well, it seems I was the bodyguard.
Ooga, 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 shaka, ooga, 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 shaka, ooga, shaka, ooga, ooga, ooga. Hooked on a feeling, high receiving, 'cause you're in love with me. Hooked on a feeling, ooga, 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 shaka, ooga, ooga, ooga.
How long got to be saving the world or something?
Cowboy's a complicated guy.
Hey, I'm on your side!
He continues to make this decision to fight for humans.
Why do you fight for those who hate and fear you?
That starts this journey for him where he has to decide who he is. And he has to ultimately sacrifice a piece of himself to become that. All right, homework.
The hell? The hell's this? There's a cardboard box with smoke coming out of it. It sounds like Lars Sullivan's music, though, for some reason. What the hell? Okay. What the hell is that supposed to be? A dinosaur? Chicken? What? Oh, probably Bray Wyatt. Probably Bray Wyatt. They were going to start, okay. They were going to start showing some vignettes on him. That's probably Bray Wyatt. Yeah, that's probably Bray Wyatt. Here comes the almighty Bobby Lashley, though, with the man of the hour himself, Leo Rush. Yeah, that's going to be Bray Wyatt. That's Bray Wyatt returning. That's one of the first vignettes we've seen. And that's going to be the Eater of Worlds, the Fireflies, the shit. I'm a big Bray Wyatt guy, but he hasn't been seen in quite a while. I forget. The bird. What did they call that? I have to think. Or if you guys know, let me know in the comments. Leo Rush has got a microphone.
His encounter with the Demon at WrestleMania.
Unfortunately not. I'm sorry. Cannot, due to copyright, so. Dean Ambrose in the ring, Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush on the ring apron, and they've made their way down to the ring on the ring apron. They haven't said a damn word, though. Lashley gets the mic, though, now.
I'll make sure to take care of your wife for you.
They get Renee Young in on it. Bobby Lashley is saying that he'll take care of Dean Ambrose's wife for him. Renee Young on commentary, and then Dean Ambrose attacks Leo Rush and Bobby Lashley. Ambrose, right hands, shoves Lashley into the timekeeper's area now. Throws a couple chairs at him. And Ambrose then throws Lashley into the steel post. Here comes Leo Rush. Ambrose moves out of the way, shoves him into the barricade. Now working on the ramp. Lashley getting attacked by Dean Ambrose some more. Bray and the Buzzards. Thank you, Buzzards. That's the word I was looking for a second ago. Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a Bray Wyatt vignette. Ambrose throws Lashley into the entrance. DDT on the top of the entrance. Yeah, Buzzards. That's the right word. That's the word I was looking for there. So thank you for that. A little weird, but I mean Bray Wyatt's a weird character. Cool cat though at the same time. Here comes Leo Rush after Dean Ambrose takes everything off the announce table. Dean Ambrose going after Leo Rush. He backs off. Lashley with a spear on Ambrose on the stage, top of the entrance there. But that vignette we just saw, I don't think he ever used like at least a real look-alike Buzzard in one of his promos or vignettes before. I mean, his logo we've seen a lot and stuff, but not the way we just saw it as Lashley throws Ambrose through the announce table, and the crowd chanting, "You still suck," which Lashley is overrated a little bit. So Renee Young comes to the help with Dean Ambrose, comes to his side. Comes to the aid of Ambrose. Ambrose rolls over. Can't really go that far. He's on top of the announce table. It just got demolished. So the Dean Ambrose look-alike referee is also out there attending to him. So that's pretty funny. This is thank you Ambrose chance, as this is supposed to be Dean's last match in the WWE. but it really wasn't even a match. Bell never rung. But that's what they want for Lashley, too. He's still a heel, so he won't be turning heel. They want him to just keep demolishing people as well. So maybe a tag team with him and Lars, or maybe another addition to the stable of the heels, Corbin, Lashley, and McIntyre. Maybe insert Lars Sullivan in that as well. Sami Zayn walking around backstage. Sami Zayn returning to Monday Night Raw next. He's walking around backstage, so we'll have to see what they have planned for him. Next Monday and Tuesday, though, the WWE Superstar shakeup. New gimmick for Bray? Well, maybe. Highly doubt it, though, with that vignette that they just had, the buzzard. I know he did shave the side of his head. He still has his dreads and whatnot. But his, the side and the back of his head, like, completely shaved. So, I think they'll just continue to do the same thing that they've been doing with him for the past couple of years. Yeah, he is. Walking around backstage, and he's going to be up next. Surprised to see who he's going to be going up against. That's for damn sure. Could they have somebody come out and return against Sami Zayn? Would that make sense? Or they'll probably have somebody who's just healthy, who's probably Paul Cruz or somebody. Maybe Jinder. Or maybe No Way Jose or EC3. Somebody like that, you know. We'll see. I'm surprised, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I would have saved him for next week. But then that increases ticket sales then, too. If tickets are not selling for next week on Raw and SmackDown up in Montreal. So, advertise both him and Kevin Owens. Place will sell out. So that means it's an even bigger return for the main event. Yeah, probably. We'd hope. You know? Hopefully, yeah. I'm trying to think. The last big return on a Raw after Mania in the main event. Like at the end of the show. I'm trying to think. Lesnar's a big one. When Lesnar came back. That was 2011. That was after WrestleMania 28 down in Miami. And then they had WrestleMania 29 and the following year, MetLife Stadium, where they had WrestleMania 35 last night. So, I'm trying to think who else is... didn't Rollins... No, Rollins returned at Extreme Rules or... It was either Extreme Rules or TLC. I think it was Extreme Rules. It was like a month or so after WrestleMania a couple years ago. Because that was the Mania he missed, and then he returned shortly after. I'm trying to think of other big Raw returns during Raw after Mania. I can't really think right now of anybody, in particular, other than Lesnar. Lesnar comes to mind. Returns, not debuts, returns. So more still pictures from last night. There's Triple H, Charlotte. Ooh, I've been running until runs out the Usos in that fatal four-way. And shut it down until runs out. There's Miz. WrestleMania was unfortunately not awesome for him because he lost to the best in the world, Shane McMahon. New Day, Joan Jett with Ronda Rousey. Mama raised me right. Mama said do what you want. Say prayers and night. Don't tell me this is another damn Mojo Rawley mirror promo. Come on. Is it going to be Gronk? No. The hell? He sucks. Mojo has face paint on. And he's looking into one of his mirrors. It's a smash mirror, though, this time around. Jesus Christ. Oh, here comes Sami Zayn. The underdog from the underground. Let's go. And he slips and falls, slides out. Whether he was supposed to do that or not, I don't know. He's been out of action for quite a while. Double shoulder surgery. Oh. Whoa. Think of somebody who left the company not injured. Oh, you think Punk's going to return tonight? No. I highly doubt that'll happen. I would be happy about that. Don't get me wrong. But Sami Zayn shaved his head too. It's buzzed. It's basically shaved though, it looks like. Still has his beard. I wouldn't mind Punk. I think the place would go nuts. What, have Punk with Rollins and Kofi? Triple threat at Money in the Bank? Whoa. Sami's got a mic. I think he has a mic. Welcome back, Chance. Michael Cole and Corey Graves are now the only two on commentary, so they say we don't think we're going to see any more Renee tonight. Renee Young, Dean Ambrose's wife, after what just happened to him, so maybe that's them writing her off of TV. Maybe she's going to be done on commentary. Maybe they're going to go back to two-man crew on Monday Night Raw with Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Sami Zayn, though, in the ring. Well, hello. My name is Sami Zayn. I've been gone for quite a while, in case you forgot.
And you know what they say, if you're gonna miss WrestleMania, you may as well come back the night after WrestleMania.
If you're gonna miss WrestleMania, you might as well come back the night after. So here he is.
So this is gonna be hard to believe, but my schedule is wide open.
His schedule is wide open.
And I could really go for a match right around now.
He could go for a match right now.
What do you say, boys? Any superstars in the back?
Anybody? Anybody? Going once? Twice? Let's see who it's going to be.
Come on now, don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
All at once now.
Who's it going to be? CM Punk chance. Finn Balor. They're going to put Sami Zayn in the Intercontinental Championship picture. Alright. I'm alright with that. New Intercontinental Champion, the Demon, Finn Balor. Except this time around, he's not in his demon persona. He's just Finn Balor, so too sweet. Blue Balor tonight as well. Is that a sign that he's going to be going to SmackDown? We'll see. Going to be Balor versus Sami Zayn. Balor's going to defend his Intercontinental Championship too, it looks like. Yep. It's for the Intercontinental Championship. Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. They go to commercial break. So we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait a little bit.
You get cash back on everything, so you can spend it on anything.
Make the big leap, even if you have your doubts. Take small steps, especially if they're easy. Wash your beard daily to reduce gray gradually. Just use it until you like what you see. And always be open to new firsts. Like Control GX from Just for Men, the first and only gray-reducing beard wash. Be the better man you are and look the part. Also, try the first and only gray-reducing anti-dandruff shampoo.
How can you make McDonald's hot and deliciously juicy quarter pounder even more delicious? One word. Bacon. The new fresh beef quarter pounder bacon or deluxe. 2 new ways to leave you speechless. Pair it with any size soft drink for just $1.
Almost time for me to go.
Well, what if I...
Drove me home.
He goes to SmackDown.
What if I lost track of time?
If Finn loses, he goes to SmackDown. If he wins, I think he could still go to SmackDown. I think they might change up the Intercontinental and U.S. Championships.
What if you...
Put Samoa Joe on Raw.
The all-new Route 4.
Put Balor on SmackDown. Maybe have Lars Sullivan versus Samoa Joe then. Have him, I know heel versus heel, but that'd be big for Lars Sullivan.
Dude, so what if he's eyeing you shrimp? That's the price you pay for greatness. He's got a sad fish sandwich.
So yeah, if Finn loses, he definitely goes to SmackDown, I think. Even if he wins, I think he still will. Right now. Depending on what happens throughout the show, and then tomorrow on SmackDown. And then reports, the rest of the week. Whether they announce stuff beforehand, who knows. Hey, you done? Bell rings, Intercontinental Championship match right now on Monday Night Raw with Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. They lock up. Renee Young returns to commentary.
So nonetheless, Intercontinental Championship, the title that Finn Balor won last night as the Demon at WrestleMania against Bobby Lashley. And this takes some guts, Corey, to put your title on the line 24 hours after winning it.
It certainly does, but the Demon was nothing short of dominant against Bobby Lashley. The Almighty had no idea how to solve the enigmatic Demon. Sami Zayn, familiar with Finn Balor. These two have a long history, traveled the world together, competed against each other. I'm in day 3 here.
Yeah, it's been a long couple of days.
This is a dream matchup for Sami Zayn, though. I mean, returning back from 10 months from the ring the night after WrestleMania, this is huge. He could walk away the new Intercontinental Champ.
Balor working the left shoulder of Sami Zayn. Zayn just returned from injury, was out of action for quite a while with double shoulder surgery. So, obviously, he looks like he's still in good ring shape. Zayn working Balor's left arm, left shoulder now.
We talked about this a little bit last night at WrestleMania when Roman Reigns was in a
his first one-on-one match in over 6 months in his victory over Drew McIntyre. But for Sami Zayn, 10 months on the shelf, you come back to this big match tonight. How do you know if you're ready for it? I think, in a way, Sami Zayn wanted to test himself. He didn't ask for an Intercontinental Championship opportunity. He didn't challenge the heavyweight champion. Sami Zayn just kind of wanted to get his legs back underneath him. I'm sure he's been training hard. Probably spent some time at the WWE Performance Center, getting his ring shape back, getting his wind up a little bit. But there's really no way of knowing for sure until you're competing at the highest level.
But let's not forget that Sami Zayn has been doing this for the better part of his whole adult life, but his instincts just have to kick in, right?
I can tell you firsthand, you never lose your instinct, but you lose your wind, you lose your breath. It's amazing.
Let's go Balor, Sami Zayn chants as they lock up once again. Thank you for those likes and super likes. Keep those coming along with the chat questions and comments.
Sami Zayn, if you follow him on social media, did a lot of touring of the world while he was out recuperating from his injuries.
He went hiking in Switzerland, traveled all over Europe.
Sami Zayn's been traveling the world for over a decade now, but tries to keep on track.
Balor throws Sami Zayn through the middle rope outside the ring. Zayn rolls back through, throws Balor outside the ring. Sami Zayn suicide dive or over the top rope. Yep, over up. Balor moves out of the way. And Sami Zayn backs off. So, match continues. 3 count from the official for Finn Balor.
Live on Monday Night Raw, the Raw after WrestleMania sold out tonight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. 15,700.
Sami has Finn in a headlock. They bounce off the ropes back to the center of the ring. Balor, Sami chants.
In Brooklyn, the New York City area, been a tremendous host all of WrestleMania week. And look at
Drop kick from Finn Balor to Sami Zayn.
That was nasty into the cover. Cover by the champion, kick out by Zayn at 2.
It sucks to get booted in the face when you have him for 10 months.
Take another look at this. Watch the impact. Great height and boom, right on the
Balor now working the shoulder of Sami Zayn once again. Like I said, he just returned from double shoulder surgery.
Surgically repaired both left and right shoulders for Sami. Finn doing a very, very smart veteran thing right now. And look at Balor now in control of the arm of Sami Zayn, and again the
Balor rolls Sami Zayn over, working his wrist, holding on to his left arm now.
Surgically repaired, could be stronger, could be better than ever. That said, the opposite could also hold true. Finn is trying to figure out which way Sami's feeling tonight.
Also, 10 months on the shelf, it's not like he was just at home training. We've already said he's been traveling the world. He's been all over the place. I don't think he's had that much rest.
And Zayn back to his feet, backs the champion into the ropes, which will force the break here.
Nice chop from Sami Zayn. Punches to the back of the head, back of the neck of Finn Balor. Nice chop in the corner from Sami to Finn. Another chop in the other corner. Balor's making his way towards the third one now. Right hand from Sami Zayn. Starting to think now, too. You know, everybody's saying, oh, big return's going to happen. Big return's going to happen in the main event with the main event of Kofi Kingston and Seth Rollins winner take all. What if they had Roman come out and turn heel on Seth? It's going to depend on if Roman's going to be doing anything before the main event anyway, so just a thought. Nice chop from Finn Balor to Sami Zayn. Another chop from Finn to Sami. Kick from Sami. Sammy going up top. Nope. Forearm from, oh, they exchanged forehams and chops now. Pele kick from Finn to Sami Zayn. And commercial break. They go to commercial.
The official beginning of cargo short season. Guess how many ice cream sandwiches I can fit in my cards? 7? No way. You say 3? Don't insult my cards.
Less than an hour away from the end of the main event. So we'll find out soon enough with winner take all. And then if anything does end up happening, so we'll see.
Because helping people is what CarMax people are all about.
March Madness got you doing the what just happened whale? Pick up a pepperoni stuffed pizzone. That's right, people. It's back. Now part of the $5 lineup from Pizza Hut. Official pizza of March Madness.
In 4 days, your friends, for one hell of a good time.
Introducing the $6 King Bucks. Choose from the flame grilled Whopper, spicy crispy chicken fries, a drink, and 2 cookies for just $6. The $6 King Bucks. Now also with the big fish. Only at Burger King.
Attention oxygen therapy users. If you've been chained to an oxygen tank, then you know they're a burden. Tanks keep you from living the life you love.
I was on oxygen tanks, and I couldn't go anywhere and do much of anything. I didn't dare to.
What are you doing?
It's time to reclaim your independence with an Inogen 1 oxygen concentrate. Inogen makes its own oxygen from the air around you, so you'll never worry about running out of oxygen again.
I wasn't going to run out of oxygen ever, and it was like freedom. I got my life back. I really love my Inogen.
The Inogen 1 G4 is lightweight and compact. Plus, it's battery operated, so you can have oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Oh, do I think Inogen is worth the money? You better believe it's worth every single penny of it.
Call now for your free information kit. There's no obligation. Inogen. Oxygen anytime, anywhere.
Call 1-800-614-4254. That's 1-800-614-4254. Call now for your free information kit. Can't stop it, Hap.
Change is inevitable. But why haven't you changed that shirt in 3 weeks?
No more drinking. No killing.
Carjacking.
No whacking.
The Attitude. The Music Man. The Tag Team. The All-American Girl. The Parlor. And the Family Legacy. WWE Hall of Fame. Next. Only on USA.
Tomorrow night on SmackDown, special WWE Championship celebration for Kofi Kingston. But we'll have to see if that changes with the winner-take-all match in the main event here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And back to the action, Finn Balor and Sami Zayn Intercontinental Championship on the line. Balor just defeated Bobby Lashley last night for his Intercontinental Championship. Balor, Blue Thunderbomb from Sami Zayn, cover 1, 2. Oh my. Balor kicked out late. Balor kicked out late of that. Match continues.
And I do want to point out that the match between Kofi and Seth, WWE Championship versus Universal Championship winner take all, is tonight in our main event.
Tonight in the main event, winner take all. Yeah. Seth and Kofi.
Could you imagine what homecoming would be? Superstar Street next week is in Montreal, Sami Zayn's hometown. We were able to bring the Intercontinental Championship home.
Sling blade from Finn Balor. Drop kick in the corner to Sami Zayn. Balor going to go up top for a coup de grace now.
Sami Zayn looked a little more tentative than we remember him, but it could cost him right now.
Coup de grace does not connect. Quick roll-up pin, Sami Zayn on Finn Balor. 1. Kick out. Sami Zayn throws Balor into the turnbuckles. Good buddy. Luba kick misses. Balor going up top once again for another coup de grace. Connects this time around. Cover on Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3. Finn Balor retains the Intercontinental Championship over the returning Sami Zayn tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Several times to capturing the title, but the closing seconds see Finn and the coup de grace right to the midsection, the sternum of Sami Zayn, and Balor retains.
Balor walking up the ramp. Intercontinental Championship belt around his waist. Sami Zayn still in the ring. Getting a round of applause. Welcome back chants. They're singing his theme song as well. He's on the mic now. I really thought coming out tonight, all this did reinforce. I've realized over the past 9 months.
It
genuinely seems that you miss me.
Say, from the bottom of my heart, I honestly did not miss any of this or any one of you.
Sami Zayn turns heel, says he has not missed this or any of us.
So it turns out WWE is a super toxic environment.
WWE is a super toxic environment.
Yeah, it's not because of the McMahons.
Not because of the McMahons. Not because of the other WWE superstars. It's because of this audience and all of the ugliness. So Sami turns heel on Monday Night Raw following his match with Finn Balor. Mixed reaction, some boos from cheers. He's good as a heel too.
Enjoying the shows as fans, you only get joy and satisfaction out of being critics.
Us fans, says Sami Zayn, we only get joy when we're cricket.
You want to know why? It's because it's the only thing that gives you any sort of sense.
Sound like somebody else is on the mic. Now he's talking to somebody in the crowd. He says that we're all critics.
You want to know why that is? It's because none of you have the balls to look inside yourself.
None of us have the balls to look inside of ourselves.
The cynicism that exists inside of you.
You're so bloody delusional, it's hilarious. You really think you guys are like the voice of reason?
We're the voice of reason. We're delusional.
You really think you guys are like the voices that should be heard?
The voices that should be heard. No.
Overnight, you have become the evil overlords of WWE.
Evil overlords of WWE.
Sami Zayn has been about one thing his entire career and his entire life, and that is doing what is right.
Sami Zayn does what is right.
Isn't to come back and save WWE. And it's not to come over and take over the WWE.
Triple H impression. The right thing to do is not to take over or return.
Hold each and every single one of you accountable because nobody else will.
He's going to hold all of us accountable because no one else will. And he walks away. Yelling with some fans now. Walk with Elias next. We all know that WWE stands for Walk with Elias. So, ladies and gentlemen, Elias, that'll be coming up next on WWE Monday Night Raw.
I'm gonna focus on my brand.
I'm gonna go up there and focus on acting.
I look forward to eating in the restaurant that Chase is gonna be working in.
We should hear them out. I mean, what could they get into?
Jail.
LA, here we come.
A new Chrisley series.
My dad only gave us 3 months to make our dreams come true.
And my mother is road tripping with him.
We making memories. Ooh, Chase! Look at that. Finally, we made it.
Southern hospitality.
I want to create products that empower women.
Comes to Southern California.
Maybe women's retreat.
So you let my daughter join a cult? Oh my God, there's a pool. What the hell are y'all doing? Here's to LA.
Growing Up Chrisley. All new. Tuesdays at 10:30 on USA.
The Pizzone from Pizza Hut. It's meaty, cheesy, melty, and you know it's big. The pepperoni Pizzone is back and part of the $5 lineup. 2 or more, just $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Discover the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Taco Bell invites you to a world where you'll find all your Taco Bell favorites in one amazing $5 box. The $5 Chalupa Cravings box from Taco Bell's new Cravings Value menu. Value beyond belief.
No one knows what the future of transportation will look like. Robots. But no matter what, Enterprise can help. You can rent a car for a road trip. Look, kids, nature. Oh, wow. You can rent a truck for a move. You can buy a car, commute in a van pool, or get picked up because your car is in a pool. My bad. Count on Enterprise, no matter where transportation goes next. I love the future. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
Good times begin with the cool, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea.
Somewhere on the beach, sipping something strong.
Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Unwind with a twist.
A little time with my favorite people goes a long way. And now at Denny's, $5.99 goes a long way too. You can get 2 eggs, 3 sausage links, 3 strips of bacon, and 2 buttermilk pancakes, all for just $5.99. The new meat
What do we got cooking here?
Civilian buying a new car. Let's go.
Lee was right. Liberty Mutual could save you money. Because
That would be my
so you only pay for what you need.
pick. Yeah, I'd pick them. The thing is, with how hot Kofi Kingston is right now, with Kofi Mania, you know, they could have him become that, but another thing is, too, Seth and Becky are dating. Okay, they're a couple. They're in a relationship right now. Becky's the undisputed Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Maybe have Seth win, have him become Universal and WWE Champion. First ever to do that. Last night, WrestleMania was the most social show on all of TV, beating American Idol on ABC, MLB on ESPN, Keeping Up with the Kardashians on the E! Network, and the Academy of Country Music Awards on CBS. So, New York, that's where Monday Night Raw is at tonight. Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, Kofi is a B-plus player. I agree with you on that, too, but the thing is, with the storyline right now, it's the same thing with what happened with Daniel Bryan 5 years ago. And then he finally won. Kofi finally won. And, we'll see what happens. I mean, Elias is coming up next, so we'll have that, and then probably the main event right after. They're actually just showing replays from earlier tonight with a Lacey Evans coming out and attacking Becky Lynch. But they could do a storyline with Becky and Seth being a couple and becoming the first ever both men and women's undisputed champions at the same time. So, we'll see. I would think Seth is going to win, but I wouldn't rule out Kofi winning. But then it's also the Raw after Mania, so somebody could return. Somebody might return. Who that's going to be, I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. Do you think Seth is going to win it all? Sheriff Schreiber backstage now. And Dana Brooke appears. Dana Brooke with a statement saying congrats to Becky, the champ. Now you think Brock's gonna come out? And no, reportedly he's already flown home. Which normally when they say that he normally has, but he could come out and attack both Rollins and then Kofi. People would be pissed at that. People would be so pissed off if Lesnar came out.
I am going to seize that moment. And with that being said, congratulations to Becky Lynch.
Congrats to Becky Lynch once again from Dana Brooke. Yeah, no one cares. Ladies and gentlemen, Elias. Who's ready to walk with Elias? Hello, I'm Elias. Yeah, Becky 2 belts. Yeah, she called herself that earlier. Cena ruined Elias's WrestleMania for the second year in a row. 1 year from now, it's going to be a different story. I'll get back to that last comment here in a second. Let me say, John Cena is no musician. He is no artist. He's a selfish, insecure, fake humble piece of garbage who's riding the coattails of Elias's popularity. It could be Bray. I don't think it's going to be Kevin Owens, though, even though I would love Kevin Owens. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Kevin Owens on SmackDown, but Superstar Shakeup coming, so anything can happen. Walk with Elias. Oh, walk with Elias. Oh, walk with Elias.
In the spirit of what happened, I am going to show everyone right now just how pathetic, just how easy it is to rap.
Elias is going to show everybody how easy it is to rap. He doesn't even need his guitar.
So let's see.
Enzo's going to come out now.
I'm sick of John Cena.
Elias is sick of John Cena. WWE's biggest star is Elias. Doctor of Thugonomics. Elias is going to rap a few bars.
John, the middle one is for you.
Elias is holding up 3 fingers, and the middle one's for him. That's not to anybody watching. Thank you for watching. Just impersonating Elias right now. So thank you guys for your continued support. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Leap 96 on social media. Ooh, he's calling out the dead man. The Undertaker's going to come out. Maybe. We'll see. Ooh, there's the gong. Lights go out. Could it be Michael Cole? Could it be? Yes. Oh my God, says Renee Young. Undertaker was not at WrestleMania last night for the first time in forever. The Undertaker on the Raw after WrestleMania, though. Holy shit, chance. Undertaker is on Raw. Dun, 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 dun. There's the Phenom. The dead man. The Undertaker. Is he going to be back full time wrestling Elias right now? They save his appearance for the Raw after Mania instead of having him at WrestleMania? This is probably the big surprise for Raw tonight, I bet. Now, I mean, they could still have something bigger planned, but we'll see. Mark Calloway, aka The Undertaker, making his way down towards the ring. Gonna put Elias down like a dog. I mean, I think a lot of people like Elias. I mean, I do. But everybody likes The Undertaker. So, Undertaker standing at the top of the steel steps. Lights come on. He's coming out to Elias. I don't know right now. He's still making his way in the ring. So we'll find out and see. The Undertaker is on Monday Night Raw, though. Face to face with Elias. Elias is stepping out of the ring, trying to at least. Yeah. It teases a feud. Elias standing now, thinking about The Undertaker. He's standing in the middle of the road, but he just paused. Now he's getting back. Nope. Undertaker chance. Elias now getting back in the ring with the dead man. Elias is probably going to go for a chair shot and Undertaker chokeslam. That's what will happen. Undertaker chance. Elias taking off his jacket. Holy shit chance. Undertaker walking towards Elias. Elias stepping up to the dead man as well. Taker's gonna kill you chants. Elias goes after The Undertaker. Big boot from the dead man. Undertaker going for a choke slam now. Picks Elias up. Choke slam. Undertaker takes his hat and coat off. Elias is going to be hopefully resting in peace here. Tombstone from The Undertaker to Elias. Covers him. 1, 2, 3 count from the crowd. As The Undertaker does his signature pin. Gong tolls one more time as the lights dim. The Undertaker. Choke slam and a tombstone to Elias. Up next on Monday Night Raw, winner take all, Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston for both Universal and WWE Championships. Elias is like, this is the only push I will get. Either they bury Elias or Elias gets a huge push. Maybe, we'll see. There's no reason for this. Messed up how they use Elias. Yeah, but the thing is, everybody's probably going to forget about it a week or two from now anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I think Undertaker is going on Rampage to prove something like how Shawn Michaels... Maybe. I mean... you know... This could be just the... I mean, Undertaker's going to be at the Saudi Arabia show in June now, not May. They pushed it back to June. He'll probably be there. But this... Instead of having Undertaker at WrestleMania last night, having him come out to Elias... I mean, they could have saved John Cena for tonight, but maybe John wasn't allowed to... Maybe he had to leave New York, you know, and go back to wherever he is for filming. At least they still got Undertaker involved WrestleMania weekend. I know it wasn't WrestleMania, it was Raw afterwards, but that just basically obviously still proves everybody still likes the Undertaker, but they still had a plan for him, but it just wasn't at WrestleMania. Like, they just had to wait. But it could set up a feud with the Undertaker and Elias now too. Who the hell knows? You know? That's just going to bury Elias some more, though, you know, which sucks. Because, like you said there, it makes no reason. There's no reason for it. It makes no sense whatsoever, so we'll see what happens. Undertaker needs to go bald. Maybe. What do you think about that there, Todd? What do you think about the Undertaker coming out and giving Elias a choke slam and a tombstone? I know you really, really like the Pittsburgh native.
If you visit Plexaderm.com, you'll see real people cosmetically shrinking their under-eye bags and wrinkles from view in minutes.
I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie.
Main event, though, coming up next. Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston. So the best 25 minutes of Monday Night Raw are coming up next.
This is really good. I'm going to fill my bathtub with this stuff and get the whole body this time.
Thank you for those comments. Thank you for the likes and super likes. Keep those coming, guys. Share this on social media. Follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter at CoolHandLuke96. Am I rooting for Kofi? Now it has to be a return that's going to shock the world. Maybe. I mean, hell, last night whenever Cena came out, when the scratch at the beginning of the Babe Ruth video package, before Cena came out, I thought it was going to be Punk, because normally the scratch for Call to Personality, that's his theme song, other than the Killswitch Engage song that he had before. But am I rooting for Kofi? I mean, yes and no. I would like Seth to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have Kofi win. I got my money on Kofi since his celebration is tomorrow. Yeah, but that's them promoting SmackDown for tomorrow. That could still change. So we'll see what happens. It's all going to depend on what happens next. More still pictures. Damn, that would have been sick. More still pictures from WrestleMania last night with Triple H, Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Yeah, it would have been if they would have had Punk come out to the lies, but maybe they have Punk come out tonight with Rollins and Kofi at the end. Punk, somebody said Sami Zayn earlier, but then he already turned heel after his match with Finn Balor. Somebody said John Morrison. Roman hasn't been used yet tonight on Raw, and I said this a little bit ago. It was just a thought. Where is Dolph Ziggler? Somebody brought up Dolph Ziggler as well. I said it was just a thought. What if they have Roman come out and turn heel and interfere with Rollins and Kofi? Following contest is a winner-take-all in the main event of Monday Night Raw, the Raw After Mania for both the Universal and WWE Championships. Seth Rollins versus Kofi Kingston. We'll see what happens. It's a new day. Yes, it is. Here comes the new day. New Day could turn as well on Kofi and have Seth win. That's been brought up as well. So keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring, GridRing18 on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter, ColehandLuke96. I will be live tomorrow night right here on Periscope once again for the SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. So be sure to tune back in. I hope to see everybody then. I said John Morrison. Yeah, somebody said John Morrison, so that'd be crazy if Roman turns. I've been saying that for a couple months, basically ever since he came back. Here comes the architect, the Beast Slayer, Seth freaking Rollins. Burn it down. Elias sure is doing some favors for the big names. You got that right. Not a bad step up from the indies. The thing is, he's been on TV, which is a good thing, okay? Every single week. Basically ever since he got called up from NXT. That's what it seems like, at least. At least the past year and a half, 2 years. He's had his thing on Raw. Which he's getting TV time. Whether he's getting, squashed or buried, whatever you want to call it. I still like him, I know you do. Hell, they should have gave him an Intercontinental Championship run last year, I thought, but they didn't. They could still do it. Coming up. Like I said, I think everybody's going to forget about it, though, by next week or the week after. So we'll see. Sure do hope he gets the favors in return in some sort of push soon, yeah. I agree with you on that there, yeah. Hopefully, yes. Punk not coming back, I want him to so bad. But he said no to AEW. So I think he is still... Don't know if that... Well, WWE could have... Whatever AEW was going to give him, they could have doubled that, tripled it. I know to him, money really doesn't mean a whole lot, but... And he said what he said. But... no one ever thought Stone Cold would come back. No one ever thought The Rock would come back. Well, they both did, so... He's going to have major heat. You talking about Roman? If Roman turns, he'll get major heat. That's what they'll want, though. That's what they want. Bell rings. Main event match underway. Kofi Kingston, Seth Rollins, winner-take-all Universal WWE Championship. They made Elias a joke. gets the favors in return, some sort of person.
Kingston to walk in your enemy territory and challenge a champion.
Look at what's at stake. I mean, last night we finally got one woman that holds both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championships. Tonight, one man will be both Universal and WWE Champion. And Kofi Kingston looking to
Kofi chants.
early part of this matchup sold out 15,741 WWE fans at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Looking to witness history as Rollins with a side headlock takedown.
Rollins now has Kofi in headlock, middle of the ring.
Seth Rollins is in after the beating, the mauling he took at the hands of the Beast last night. The strategy of Lesnar to attack Rollins before the matchup even started.
Keep your eye on Brandon O. Brandon Orsich staying hot and pitching at Penn State. Du Bois will do. Shout out to B.O. Brandon Orsich and Penn State and the Penn State Du Bois baseball team. Hopefully they can get back and win another national championship this year. Rollins went for the stomp. Kofi moved out of the way. And they go to commercial break. Hall of Fame ceremony will be on USA Network following Raw tonight as well, if you missed it on the WWE Network this past week.
So you're open all day, every day?
That's what 24/7 means, sir.
Kind of like how you get 24/7 access to licensed agents with Geico. Yeah, you just go online, give them a call anytime.
You know, sir.
Yeah. Now, what will it take to get 24/7 access to that lemon meringue pie?
That's what it takes, babe.
Geico. Great service from licensed agents 24/7.
Hollywood's biggest romance.
Thank you for my best friend and teammate.
This is the moment everyone's been waiting for.
A-Rod. Is that A-Rod? Did A-Rod just join?
Hi, what's this social security alert? It's a free alert.
Share this, guys. Be sure to share this on social media.
Because I was a little worried about my information getting out. What's that?
Just hit that. Everybody that's watching, hit that share button, hit that like button, retweet this as well. So, follow me.
Triple action moisturizer and 48-hour protection from full-time keeper.
Well, I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want, but just keep. No, I've never been to one. I know there's one. I don't know if it's already happened or it's coming up soon. They normally have the one at the end of the month. It's normally always at the end of April. And then they always, it seems like, have one in the fall, like October, November. But then I always forget about that because it's football season. But, I mean, I've never been to a local indie show or a regular indie show, say Ring of Honor or, other promotions other than WWE. I mean, if they ever came around local area, not a couple hours away, yeah, I'd probably go if I'm not doing anything. I did see that WWE will probably be coming back around here in October, down the road at IUP. So that's obviously not official yet, though, but I don't think they're going to be coming back to Penn State anytime soon. They were actually supposed to have a show in February, but it was the day, ended up being the day of the women's basketball pink-out game, whoever they played. What is the right call? So what do I think about the main event as winner takes all? What is the right call? I think you have Seth win, but somebody's probably going to return. That's the thing. Not sure when IWC is coming back to Clearfield, but new shows are starting in Altoona. Yeah, I did see the one in Altoona you had said you went to. I remember that now. Backlund was there, you said, right? And there's somebody else there at that show, too, I think. Somebody will come out so it can end in no contest. They both keep their own belts. Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. Whoever's going to come out will attack both of them. and then it'll cut. And then it'll be a big story going in SmackDown tomorrow, and then the Raw and SmackDowns next week with the Superstar Shakeup. Yeah, what's that company called that had the one in Altoona? The thing with Altoona, okay, Altoona was, I mean, formerly an old school wrestling town, you know, and then they've had the not Big South Wrestling. They actually had Hitman over there back in October, Bret Hart, Hall of Fame induction on Saturday. I'm sure everybody's seen that now. I forget what that company's called, but this one was a different company, I know. Yeah, Bob Backlund and Manny Fernandez. Imagine Wrestling. Okay, thank you for that. Bob Backlund and Manny Fernandez were just in Altoona. D'Lo Brown is going to be there in May. Okay, I'll have to check in on that. Thank you for letting me know about that. I don't know if D'Lo Brown's a person I'd want to go see that too, to be honest with you. But it's D'Lo Brown. He's, you know, obviously made a name for himself. But I'll have to check in on that. I'm trying to think of the other company that they always bring in big. Like they had Hart there. He's been to Altoona a couple times. They've had Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and all them who were actually at WrestleMania last night. I'm trying to think who else. I'm trying to think of that damn company. They're actually not having a show in Altoona though this year. It's down in Pittsburgh. I did see that. Ellsworth was there last year along with Mark Henry. And then NXT finally came in. That was December of 17. NXT was here. But then the attendance was awful. The place wasn't even a quarter of the way full. Which sucks, because that just shows you that they're not going to be coming back anytime soon, unfortunately. IWC's big show this Saturday in Meadville. Sting is headlining. Yeah, I did see that. Sting's going to be there. They have IWC's having another one. I forget who it was. It's going to be the headliner. There's this other company though. They always come to Altoona. I can't think of the damn name. I'll think of it eventually. Cesaro and the Bar. Cesaro and Sheamus come out and attack Kofi Kingston. The Bar attacks Kofi Kingston. Seth Rollins ringside. Seth Rollins going after Sheamus. Going after Cesaro now as well. The Bar is on Raw. Somebody else will probably come out, I bet. Bell rings. Match going to end in no contest. Hardcore Holly, MVP, Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and the Hurricane also there. Yeah. Yeah, I did see MVP. Yeah. Now you say that. WWE Champion Kofi Kingston, Universal Champion Seth Rollins going after the Bar. Rollins has a mic.
I know what's wrong with you to interrupt a match like that. Hey, we finish that some other time.
We finish this some other time. Right now. Seth Rollins wants the Bar versus himself and Kofi Kingston right now on Monday Night Raw. I've been thinking about watching New Japan Pro Wrestling. What do I think about it? New Japan's really, really good. New Japan is good. It's on Access TV, so yeah, I would suggest tuning in and watching. Or is there any other branches I should check out? Ring of Honor's good. I don't know what time bell rings for this tag team match now. Rollins and Kofi versus the Bar. Sling Blade there from Rollins. Throws Cesaro over the top rope. I don't know what time Ring of Honor's on in your area, because Ring of Honor's on different times in different places. It's on at 1 o'clock in the morning here Saturday nights, Sunday morning, so I would check out Ring of Honor. Obviously AEW, once they get on TV, I would watch them too. In that order. And then I'd probably put TNA Impact after that. NXT UK and NXT as well, if you have the network. I don't know if you have the network. I would suggest watching those too. I know it's a lot of content, a lot of wrestling, but, you know, if you're really, really into it and, you know, have the time, yeah. In that order, well, obviously NXT and NXT UK are New Japan right now. And then New Japan, Ring of Honor, and then AEW, because I don't know what AEW is going to have for TV right now. So, is the one you're thinking of the one that John McCauley wrestled in Altoona, a.k.a. Sebastian, who wrestled Kurt Angle on SmackDown Live back in the day? It could be. Once I think about it, once I look it up, I'll get a hold of you and let you know. So you know as well. Tag match, Seth and Kofi versus The Bar right now. Yes, it's going on. Commercial break. So keep those chat questions and comments coming. Not a good ending. No, the bell rang, ended in no contest. Rollins did say, though, to Kofi that we'll finish this some other time, but he's got a bone to pick with The Bar. So the tag team match is now going on. Like I said, just a commercial break. So yeah, keep those chat questions and comments coming, guys.
Something you can't miss at Olive Garden. All new giant Italian classics starting at $12.99. 4 new specialties done up in a big way, like giant chicken parmigiana. All new giant Italian classics only for a limited time.
Anybody know who's winning the basketball game?
What was that?
Because I'm going to turn that on after Raw gets over here. But any other time, I'd probably be watching both of them at the same time. But this is the Raw after Mania, so anything can happen. I just don't want to miss anything. And plus, with the basketball game, probably not going to be getting over until at least 11:30, maybe midnight. With it starting at 9:20, which is absolutely ridiculous. And you just start like at least 8, 9. I'd be fine with, not 9:20. You know, it just makes it even longer. I mean, last night was long. Hell, it was on here for 6.5 hours. Virginia's winning. Okay, thank you. The Bar's just a distraction? Could be. Very well could be, yes. I was thinking about that in the back of my head. I just haven't said anything. 53-43. All right. Second half. Hopefully, I think second half. Probably what? 10, 12 minutes to play, if that. The surprise is coming. Okay, if there is going to be a surprise, if there's going to be a huge return, who do you guys think it's going to be? Let me know in the chat. Also follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter, ColehandLuke96. The quest begins for the Stanley Cup, for the greatest trophy, the Stanley Cup. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs begin on Wednesday. Yeah, second 10 minutes. All right. Thank you for that.
The Stanley Cup playoffs, Wednesday on USA.
I feel a tag team return. I feel a tag team return right now, too, because with the Bar, it makes sense. What tag teams are returning, though? What tag teams, big name tag teams, or is it going to be Roman and Roman hasn't been seen? Is it going to be Roman and Dean as the Shield? And they're going to come out and help Seth and Kofi. Cesaro with a cover on Rollins, 1-2 kick out. It's going to be happening any second. Another cover by Cesaro. Kick out at 2. Yeah, I can't think of any, face or heel tag teams that, would be returning. Asshole chants towards Sheamus. Well, actually, asshole chants towards probably the security for throwing somebody out, maybe. We just don't set the bar. We are the bar. #1 trend worldwide on Twitter's hashtag Raw After Mania. So hopefully that's how you found this live reaction stream right here on Periscope. Rollins with some chops towards the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. We want beach ball chants. We want beach ball chants. They took the beach ball away. Kofi trying to make the hot tag and get in the match. Seth makes the tag. Kofi's legal versus Sheamus, two former original WWE ECW superstars. Drop kick from Kofi to Sheamus. Kofi with a clothesline. Thank you guys for joining. Follow me right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96, WWE Monday Night Raw, final 5 minutes. We could be seeing a huge return, a huge surprise to end WrestleMania weekend. SmackDown Live tomorrow night as well, and I'll be live right here on Periscope doing live reactions, play-by-play of that, so be sure to tune in. Trouble in Paradise did not connect. Kofi hit Sheamus with an SOS before Cesaro breaks that up. Here comes Rollins as well. Cesaro throws Rollins out of the ring. Kofi throws Cesaro over the top rope. Kofi going up top now. Kofi going up top. Takes out the bar. The bar actually catches Kofi before suicide dive from Seth Rollins takes everybody out. Kofi rolls Sheamus back in the ring. They are legal. Kofi now up top once again. Kofi crossbody splash on Sheamus, 1-2, kick out at 2.5. Thank you for those likes and super likes, guys. Keep those coming. Chat questions and comments always greatly appreciated as well. Follow me and Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18 on social media. Cool Hand Luke 96 and Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and be sure to subscribe on YouTube. Kofi getting pinned by Sheamus, 1-2, kick out. Sheamus tags in Cesaro. Crowd on their feet as Raw is winding down. Covered from Cesaro. Here comes Rollins with a spear on Sheamus. Takes him out and breaks the count up. Maybe AOP. Delete chance. Maybe AOP as a return. What's his name has been out of action for quite a while. Super kick from Seth Rollins on Sheamus. Whacks him off the post in the corner. Cesaro with a quick roll up. Now he's going to take Kofi swinging. Kofi with a quick roll up on Cesaro. 1-2, kick out by the Swiss superstar. Seth tags in. Cesaro doesn't know it. Treble in Paradise from Kofi. Stomp from Seth Rollins on Cesaro. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston win the main event of Monday Night Raw, the Raw after Mania. And what was a winner-take-all for both WWE and the Universal Championships. But that ended in no contest after the bar interfered. Seth and Kofi defeat the bar. And now it looks like they're going to stand tall. Kofi going for a fist bump on Seth. Seth returns the favor. They stand tall. Rollins with his Universal Championship that he won last night at WrestleMania 35 over Brock Lesnar. Kofi Kingston with his new WWE Championship that he won last night over Daniel Bryan. Who was John Morrison team with? The Miz. The Miz. Rollins' music is playing. And they cut final credits, closing credits for WWE Monday Night Raw here tonight. The Raw after Mania. So it looks like we're not going to see a big return. No, they cut. Fade to black. No huge return to end Raw here tonight on the Raw After Mania. That's somewhat surprising. I mean, The Undertaker, you know, he came out and attacked Elias. Like I said, that's probably your big surprise. Lars Sullivan made his debut as well. Yeah, no surprise. It is what it is. Maybe something tomorrow night on SmackDown. Because last year, I believe it was last year, that's when Carmella cashed in her Money in the Bank on SmackDown Live. WWE Hall of Fame ceremony on the USA Network right now as well, if you missed it on Saturday night, with Generation X. So you can suck it. I mean, they have too much people. They do. I've said that for how long now? They have too many superstars and not enough time. And that's why a lot of guys haven't been on TV, or they're getting buried and they're just jobbing and everything else in between. So, yeah. Honky Tonk Man, Tori Wilson, Harlem Heat, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, the Hart Foundation, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Bret Hart was actually attacked during his speech. And then Generation X, DX, along with China. But they use their people effectively. They do. I can agree with you on that. They do, but then there's some still that they still haven't used right, in my opinion. Like, Drew should have beat Roman last night. And Roman wasn't even on Raw tonight. Drew wasn't on Raw either, but Drew should have beat Roman. Because Drew, hell, he stood tall on like 3 or 4 consecutive Raws, for God's sake. Okay, he's one of the best heels they got. I mean, why do a tag team, why announce a unification match and give us the bar? To get people to tune in, to get the ratings up. That's why. So, yeah. It is what it is. Hopefully we'll have something tomorrow on SmackDown. I mean, we had The Undertaker earlier, so with him not being at WrestleMania, that's, in their eyes, in their mind, enough, I guess. So it is what it is. But keep an eye out for my WrestleMania thoughts and opinions following WrestleMania weekend. Keep an eye out for that video over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. Also, be sure to tune back in tomorrow night for my live reactions, play-by-play of WWE SmackDown Live. Like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow me right here on Periscope and over on Twitter, Cool Hand Luke 96. So yeah, that's going to do it for me here tonight on Periscope for my live reactions, play-by-play of the Raw After Mania. WrestleMania 35 last night. Like I said, in my opinion, I thought it was a decent show. Could have been better, but all shows can be better. I mean, we've had better Raws after Mania before, but it is what it is when it's all said and done anyway. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for all the comments, all the likes, super hearts. Thanks for all the shares. Thanks for all the follows as well. And yeah, that's going to do it for me right here on Periscope. I'm Cool Hand Luke 96 of Gridiron Ring. So hope to see everybody now tomorrow for live reactions, play-by-play of WWE SmackDown Live.